We're here.
And she's off the tracks Monday.
Well, I fell off an hour ago, so that's okay.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right, eh?
Yeah.
Welcome everyone to another
Welcome.
episode of Off the Tracks
Welcome.
Monday. Oh, you can see my hat there. I just got that in the other day. Around the
Yeah.
layout. You got 13 in the chat.
Yes, sir. We want to thank. We have Sparky 107 in the chat. We have Mom and Son Train, Tammy and Ray. Welcome, Tammy and Ray.
How
Of
are you
course, our
guys?
good buddy Dwight's in the chat. Welcome, Dwight.
Curly
We have
Express.
Go Via Go Home. Chris. Stormy Sky Productions in the chat. Who else we have? Rick's Railroad. Wigwag. Of course, Wigwag's always here.
Yeah, Wigwag was early. I think he got the cookie again tonight.
I saw Roger Coleman was in the chat earlier.
Yeah, Roger Coleman.
Stormy Sky, we mentioned him. Train Wild. Welcome, Train Wild.
Train Wild's new to the channel.
Peyton Railfan was in the chat. Ink Rail was in the chat. Welcome.
Yep. Train Chasers at work.
Okay.
Roger says he's still here.
Okay, good.
And did M&M just pop in?
I didn't see
yeah.
that. Okay, Mr. M&M, Mr. Mark.
M&M Rails.
Good buddy Dwight. Just me here. My brothers aren't here. Okay. So, Mr. Mike, what are you going to play with tonight?
Well, tonight I figured, might as well keep going on the tunnel portal.
Tunnel portal? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Derek Alexander, welcome.
Hey, Derek. How's it going?
Brian Ferguson, welcome, Brian. So we have 20 in the chat now, Mike.
Nice.
We're moving up in the world.
Brian Ferguson, how are
you? Yes. So
I didn't get a whole lot done being the long weekend.
No, I did some cleanup. Trying to get rid of some stuff. That's the next. I got my 2x4s to build the next section of wall. I did upload a video because we went and visited Sparky's house on Saturday night.
Yeah.
Me and Dougie. And Dougie's I think his son-in-law.
Around the layout hat. Chris asked me what am I wearing tonight. I don't have my around the layout shirt on, but it's in transit.
So what happened to your other hat you always wear?
Yeah, it's upstairs.
Mark, we're going to get them on Saturday. Saturday morning, I'm heading there to OVR.
So we're on Junior Lewis.
Junior Lewis is in the chat. Welcome.
You bet. Thanks for coming out. Yeah, Saturday heading down to OVR. I'll be there.
Yep, I'll be there.
I got to stop and get those 3D
London.
print.
Yeah, London.
London?
Yes.
Get those for you.
And after I leave OVR, I'm probably going to go up to see Mr. Sparky. Drop off his locomotive.
Do some hot laps.
Yeah.
Nice.
I heard you were volunteering to do something on the weekend. A rumor, anyhow.
Volunteering, yeah.
Yeah.
Delivery service, pickup.
Well, I'm buying donuts for the girls.
You're buying some donuts?
I'm buying the girls donuts.
Yeah, I usually get them cappuccinos.
Well, you do the cappuccino. I'm doing the donuts. Hey, Anthony Dodge, welcome.
Anthony Dodge, how are you? Hopefully you're feeling better. Joe Rader, how's it going?
In the chat. Welcome, Joe Rader.
Got the lake poured.
Yep.
You can see that.
Yep. I haven't got Wigwag stickers in the mail yet.
What?
And I haven't talked to, I haven't heard any updates on Plumber either.
No, I haven't either. Should reach out to him.
Yeah, I will tomorrow.
See my canoers in the lake? In the river?
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
I got fishermen, fly fishermen. I'm going to glue them in along the bank there.
So what make are your well cars?
Those are Rapido.
Okay.
Those two are there. Repeat them.
So I'm working on my mail call
Thanks,
video.
Chris.
I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, I got a update video that I got to put out yet, but yeah, I'll put that out Wednesday.
I might film
That's good,
something. See
Anthony.
how we are on Saturday, and we see if we can film something there for a video.
Yeah. Thanks, Sorona Junior. It's coming. I just got to get the piece behind me done. I was hoping
Yeah.
to tie that part in this week, but
So how's your swing gate?
I'll know tomorrow when I go to work. Hey, Corey, how
Okay.
you doing? Yeah, when I go to work tomorrow, I'll see my buddy made out. We're gonna drop off a chunk of plywood though.
Dwight, I would think some masking tape will deteriorate with age,
Is it in
especially the
direct
cheap
sunlight?
stuff. Especially the cheap stuff.
Yeah, don't get cheap stuff.
But if you buy the better brand like the 3M blue tape, that's good tape.
That's good tape.
Okay, plumber is watching, not feeling well.
Okay. Well,
So
we're our thoughts are still with you, plumber.
yes,
Yep.
but he is watching.
Good stuff. Yeah, so this is what I'm working on
Thomas
tonight.
Grassi, welcome, buddy, and
Hey,
thanks for
Thomas.
doing that 3D printing for me. I really appreciate it. You still haven't told me about help cover the shipping cost, though. So
Yeah, so this,
I'm gonna drop the chat down on my tablet, and I'm gonna see what plumber's doing. Hang so we can see that for a minute.
sure. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do the Woodland Scenics plaster cloth and do the mountain part there. Cover that all in, and then I can do the plaster. I did some plaster along the side here on the bridge abutments. I got to get some more bridge abutments from
Yeah.
over there on the weekend. So I
So yeah,
can
so a plumber
finish.
just said he's not feeling well to do any chat, but he is watching, so he can see you. If you want to say hi to plumber, please put it in the chat. He will see it. He just can't reply to it.
Yeah, definitely give
Give
plumber the
him your
love.
love. He needs a lot of it right now. Hi, Corey. Welcome.
So yeah, I figured I'd do that, James. So I always
Okay.
cover the track, right? I don't want to get it wet
Yeah.
or
So that's the
plaster on my
tunnel.
belt.
So that's in your main layout room, right?
Yeah, I'm in the main layout room right now.
Okay.
So I planted some trees today, finished the water seed there, painted the pink styrofoam
Okay.
so I can get going on that
Hi,
and
Corey.
close this section in.
Yes.
That's the plan.
That's plaster cloth?
This is the plaster cloth, yeah.
Okay. That looks good.
Then I'll go over it with plaster after, right?
We have
Then I'll
31
carve
in
it.
the chat.
I'll carve it with my carving tools,
Okay.
right? Just give you that nice effect without getting that on my portal. I think this is probably the best part of the hobby I like. I don't know. Doing
I
scenery
think
work.
so. I think my best part is building the bench work,
Yeah, I
the
like
track.
bench work, scenery,
Yeah.
laying track, cutting track, soldering. Yeah, wiring. I'm not real keen on.
Wiring part's easy.
Yeah, you guys that are electricians or whatever, you guys like that stuff.
Yeah.
So hopefully tomorrow and the next few days, I'm gonna. I got most of the wood cut for this corner piece. I could start
Okay.
building my bench work for it. Get that in there.
Well, that's good. No, that's good though. So how many
Yeah,
tracks are you got? You got two tracks coming from the other side, right?
yeah, I got two tracks coming out. One's at a 2% grade, 2.5, and then this side on the lower is just flat.
Mm-hmm.
I got two
So that's
bridges.
why the one end of my room where I have the bump out for the bay window. That's where I'm trying to figure a way of elevating, is putting a track underneath that and create a tunnel effect and treat and tear it up a bit.
Yeah,
Hey, Robbie Harris, welcome, buddy.
yeah. Robbie HQ's in the chat.
So you know, train chasers are in the chat, right?
Yeah, yeah. I said hi to
Oh,
that.
hi, High Plains Drifters in the chat. Welcome.
Hey, hi, Plains Drifter. How are you tonight?
Yeah, Mark. Mike's gonna do the dishes.
Yeah, I'm doing the dishes. Actually, I did the dishes before I came down. Oh,
Uh oh.
yeah, that's an oh.
We don't have a dishwasher or anything, so we have paper plates.
Till you get
But
your
soon,
kitchen
we're
done, eh?
soon. We're getting closer.
You're
Plumber's
getting
coming
closer.
tomorrow.
Nice.
And if the plumber in the U.S. was sick, well, he'd come and help me, but it's too far away and he's not feeling well.
I don't know if I got a hole in this tray or what happened there, but I got some
Hey,
water right.
Eagle Creek Railroad, welcome. He's at work right now. Now we're doing okay, Eagle Creek. Plumber is not doing so great, though.
Not feeling the greatest today.
No. But he is watching, so you can reach out to him.
Might have to check my tray.
Hey, John, welcome to the chat. So Mike just
John, how are
is tunnel portal from the other side of the world.
you? Yeah, getting it closed in. Once I get this on, I'll show you the trees and stuff I got down the around the.
So have you run your SD60s yet
Yeah,
on your layout?
yeah, just back and forth.
Okay, you
I
haven't
haven't
got a
ran them, man.
connection yet, right?
No,
Soon.
soon.
Hey, Dave, welcome. Dave BNF is in the chat, Mike.
Dave, how you doing? BNSF and Scalar.
Yes, sir. John Garvin's in the chat. Welcome, John.
Thanks for coming out, guys.
It's a good Monday.
It's a good Monday. Family Day, President's Day in the States.
So we're gonna do. Oh, ELSDP 45 is in the chat. So
Yeah,
we're gonna give a couple of shout outs tonight. I
sure.
found out today is Sparky's better half Amy's birthday.
Well, happy birthday.
I'm gonna wish her a happy birthday, and Sparky can relay it to her.
That's the CEO.
That's the boss, chief,
Yeah.
chief
Everybody's got
operator.
a CEO.
Yeah.
So hopefully you can see that.
I can see it, and I'm blind. That's why I don't worry about details on locomotive. I couldn't see if I wanted to.
Yeah.
No.
So what you're saying is, yeah, I'll leave that joke alone.
Yeah.
I was gonna say a blind man would be happy to see it.
Toronto lost against Chicago yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Patrick Kane had another hat trick.
Nice. You gotta like the hat tricks.
Yeah, he's got 9 now in
Ooh.
his career.
What about your buddy?
Okay, Woodwork Amy says thank you.
Amy says thank you. Right on.
Yeah.
So you're going down there after you pick up yours on the weekend?
Yes, I'm gonna drop it off at Sparky's. Yes, I am.
Doing some hot laps there.
I don't know. See how the time frame is. Welcome, Trauma Hound.
You got time?
Do you know that?
No. Hey, Trauma, how? What are you new in the chat?
Yeah.
That's why I like this plaster cloth because it goes pretty good. Goes fairly
Okay.
quick. Easy to work with.
Right.
See, the days are getting longer.
Yes. I saw a couple spots there, and I want to go check out rail fanning.
Yeah. Then you won't be freezing as bad. Right? The weather's starting to change. I don't know about spring yet. Because I think tomorrow we're going to wake up to snow, aren't we?
As long as it's not there for Saturday.
Yeah, no, Saturday looked all right.
Um,
Saturday looked good.
it was nice today. We were down at the lake, Mark, today. We went down to Hutch's and had a hamburger and stuff down at the lake.
Went for a swim, did you?
No. Thomas
Little cold.
Grassy has got a question. That's all Woodland Scenics plaster cloth?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I'll put this stuff on. Then I'll go over it with, your ordinary plaster,
Okay.
right?
You should. What I use is buy a bag of the Flex 90 from Home Depot.
Yeah, you could use
The
that.
powder stuff. Mix up your own. It's like Lake Burger. Yeah, it's good.
I got the other plaster Paris too, right? I can use that.
Yes. Well, it's like using hydrocal. You can buy it from Woodland Scenics. It's
I don't know.
a
I'm probably just wasting
casting
this stuff.
plaster. It's a casting plaster.
Probably just wasting this stuff, but because I cover it with plaster anyways.
But if you go to Amazon, you can buy plaster cloth from Amazon a lot cheaper than buying from Woodland Scenics.
Yeah,
It's
maybe.
all this is for casts.
Yeah. Yeah, this was what they used to put on you when you broke your arm or
Yeah.
whatever.
John says you need more holes.
More holes? Yeah, I'm gonna do another one over in the other side of the room.
To what? Oh, not to the office.
Yep.
Oh, that's not for 10 years though.
Yeah, I think maybe that's a Halloween special.
Oh. Means you might be being hung upside down in your other train room?
Yeah.
Because the last time I mentioned, I got my head chewed off. So I can't imagine what she would do to you if you did it.
They gotta be brave once in a while.
Oh, okay.
Just go for it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was short sleeve weather today for at 12 today. We have 36 in the chat.
Mark says
Mark
Halloween
says,
tradition.
Halloween tradition, put a hole in the wall.
Yeah, well, you can't go wrong.
Well, maybe Mark could do a hole in the wall. Or maybe
Yeah.
he can paint a hole in the wall. Pretend it's a hole.
Yeah, you never know.
Well, I see Lauren's in the chat. Welcome, Lauren. It was a great day.
Hey, Lauren. All right. OVR. Yeah, so getting this kind of done, and then I can do the plaster and the scenery, and hopefully by, like, say, Wednesday, Thursday this week, I can fill in this corner.
Okay.
Because I got this side of the bench where it's all wired up now. So
you can run a train on that track, can't you? Or no?
Yeah.
The lower one, anyhow.
Yeah. Well, it's not connected, right?
But
That's part I got to work
on. You can't go too far. Okay.
Yeah. I'll move out of the way here in a minute so you can see.
Hey, welcome, Georgia Sunbelt. Anthony, welcome.
Anthony, how are you? Yeah, I don't know if you can kind of see. This is still kind of see here.
Yeah. Okay.
That's where I got to
That's
fill in Wednesday.
that's the bridge.
Yeah, I got the bench work,
Okay.
like all the wood cut work.
Yep.
I just have to.
So your bridges you got down here, how they look?
The one I got, the two I got from Matt.
Yeah.
Nice, green.
They're 50 footers, you said?
Yeah, 50 footers.
Where are they gonna go?
Right in this corner. Right in this corner where I'm standing. That's where they're gonna go.
Chris wants to know, do you still need another exact rail bridge?
Yeah, you betcha.
He wants more, Chris.
I got to do an over under. Got to do an over under here at this spot. So here comes up the 2% grade,
Okay.
and it's going to come out, and it's going to have an over bridge, and then
Yep.
2 under bridges connect into the main. That's the plan.
They're hard to come by, those exact rail. And I imagine they're going to make more eventually.
Yeah, what you were saying, they only make 10-foot
Well,
sections.
according to their website, and I actually talked to the girl, they only had the one section where that is, and they were $10 a chunk. You're trying on sale, but if they're making more or what, but they only show one size of bridge on their website.
Right? In only 10-foot sections.
Sparky said, don't forget to put plaster over the incline parts.
Yeah. Yep, that's right. You got it.
Rockport has a bunch according to Mark.
Oh, placed in Ottawa
Yeah, well, Merrickville.
or Merrittville.
They're off close on Wednesday, I think.
Closed to Wednesday.
They're not open the first part of the week, I don't think.
Right.
The guy that works in the store, his name is Cameron. He might be able to, I have his email. I can email and ask him.
Nice.
I hope to stop in that store just in October if I have a chance to go.
You going to Rail Fan Days or what's that called?
Well, I'm going to Kingston for 10 days in October for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Where we got a cottage book on Lowborough Lake, which is about, I don't know, 10 kilometers outside of Kingston.
Great.
There's a spot out there with my name attached to it. I can have a chair and have a fire and barbecue and eat.
Barbecue.
Yes, sir. Fine dining. Newfie tube steaks on the open fire.
Can't go wrong with the tube steak, eh?
No, sir.
Cheap. Easy to cook.
That's right. Very easy to cook. We have 35 in the chat.
Nice. Yeah, so that's what I kind of do there.
That looks
Then
good.
I do have the Walther's retaining wall.
Oh, speaking of stuff, you ever want to borrow? And Mike, I have a bunch of Woodland St. Casting molds for rock facing.
Yeah, I got a bunch of rocks already poured.
Okay, if you want to borrow mine, I can bring them to you.
I got probably 4 or 5 different molds you can get.
Yeah, I got about a dozen of them.
And then I was
Thanks,
thinking
John.
Woodland or Walther's urban wall, retaining wall.
Yeah.
Put it along this side.
Yes.
And then I still got to add a piece here. Right. And then the riser is going to come out here, up and over, and then into the main layout on the other side.
Stat
So
holiday for it's a stat holiday for Ontario, I think, but
yeah,
federal doesn't get it.
yeah. I'm surprised the post office is open today.
Well, they're a federal, yeah, they're a federal employee,
Oh,
unless you're inside of a store.
that's why then, eh?
Yeah. So if they're inside like Shoppers and Shoppers open, they're open.
Yeah, no, the actual post office was open. It was here, anyways.
Well, Lauren doesn't get holidays. Well, that's the fun part of owning a business.
No holidays. Hair straight back, straight not shape.
He shipped today.
Shipping today.
He was shipping.
Wow. Yeah, so I do that. Doesn't take long for it to dry.
Yeah.
Maybe another piece over there. And
Split Rock
oh,
Thomas in the chat.
hey Thomas, how you doing? I usually go over it with the plaster, like say plaster Paris, or
You're right.
kind of just then I can carve the plaster, right?
Mm-hmm. So Georgia Sunbelt, Anthony was having some demons for his tunnel work.
Yeah, it doesn't take. It's I don't know. I find it's pretty easy doing this stuff, even if I don't get it all 100% smooth. Like say,
That's what, Lauren. That's what our club decided to use for their layout. I personally, I wasn't too impressed with them. I didn't like how they performed. They were struggling.
the sheets. Yeah, I got shaper sheets.
Yeah, that's what the club wants to use. You
They're
got
easy to use.
John Starr from Facebook came on, Mikey. Joel
What's that?
Starr. Welcome, Joel.
Ringo Starr's on there. Hey Joel, how's it going?
Yeah,
That's Ringo Starr. One of the guys from work.
but that's what they were trying at the club for the layout was the shaper sheets.
Oh yeah,
They're like aluminum on the back and some sort of cloth on the front.
yeah,
If you actually if you go back on your Jerry's channel or Rick the Tree's channel,
yeah,
they were doing an N scale tabletop layout, and they were using the shaper sheets for that layout.
yeah. That stuff works good.
Yeah.
I think I got. Yeah, I got two rolls or a roll underneath the layout somewhere.
Now I remember watching a video from Peter L. And he was doing some rock scenery with foam, and he just took a knife and just hacked the crap out of it, and when it was all done, it looked pretty good.
Yeah, well, that's what I do with the foam there. I put it up with a hot glue gun.
So Mark says Fred E uses shaper sheets.
And then I'll hot glue gun the foam to the wall or wherever. And then before that,
Oh, lots of buzz.
even during, I got a foam cutter. Kind of design your own rock face, right?
Did you buy a foam cutter?
Yeah, I got a foam cutter.
I have two. I have one I built.
Yeah,
One
I
I
love
bought.
it. Foam
I
cutters,
think the
nice.
one if I buy another one portable, I'm gonna buy one for Woodland Phoenix because they work better.
Yeah, they're nice to work with. Foam cutters.
Yeah. Good night, Serena Lewis. Thanks for
See you,
stopping out.
Serena. Thanks for coming out. I'll switch the camera. I'll move it over. Kind of give you a view
Okay, view.
without knocking anything over. So I
Good.
painted just to kind of give me the idea of I'm going to asphalt this or plaster or cement in here.
You right?
The hobby shop kit's going to go here with the parking lot.
Okay.
This is all going to be foam cut down in the wall, like a little
Yeah.
hill. The water pour. Well, you can see that back there?
Yeah. That's cool. That's your
Yeah.
second pour, right? You have one in the other room.
Yeah, that's the second one. And then I got to finish plastic cloth and all that, but I painted kind of where the road's going to go. And then I got to add on here the piece for the traffic to go around the feed mill. So it's slowly coming.
Now, Rick recommends that he likes using these Bragdon molds. I never heard of them before.
Use the drag down molds. Okay.
Yeah.
Fine ground paper towels. Yeah. Yeah, I got a paper shredder out in the garage that I've used paper to.
Yeah, Thomas, I actually made a benchtop uh, foam cutter. It works pretty good. I used just using nickel wire you buy and uh, a DC motor controller for varying the heat temperature and a bridge rectifier, and away I go.
You know, there you go.
Yeah,
Turn around.
I haven't the transformer is still packed with, so I can't even put it to use yet.
I used to use this pink drywall.
They're
Right.
called Brandon molds. Wigwag calls them Brandon molds.
Brandon molds.
Yeah, that's the name, the correct name, I guess.
Okay.
Rick Rio says there's about 100 different molds you can get. Well, that's pretty good. 'Cause I like that idea using the plaster cloth or shaper sheet and then glue them on.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a couple ways you can do it. Just filling in a couple spots with plaster along the edge.
Okay. We have 38 in the chat.
Nice. 38 and 22. That's sweet. Too sweet.
Well, that's good, Rick. He's used those molds for resin and plaster, and they both work great.
Oh yeah, even for resin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Autocorrect's our buddy.
Eh?
Autocorrect.
Autocorrect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think a word, they put something else because they didn't think it's correct. They change it for you. And sometimes it's too late. You hit the button.
You hit the button.
Yeah.
I know
So,
I got one of those tools, but I'm just going to use my finger.
tools for what?
Just put like an edge in, kind of like dirt's built up.
Oh, okay. Hey, Heath, welcome.
Heath, how are you? Heath's live tomorrow night.
Anyone hosting this stream purchased any new locomotives recently? Well. I purchased a couple of SD60Fs, and they're sitting waiting for me patiently at OBR, and I'm picking them up on Saturday
Pick them
morning.
up Saturday.
Yes. So that guess that's new to me. Does
I
that
got
count, Heath?
I got a couple a few weeks ago.
Yes,
I
you
got
did.
right back. I think the plaster went flying there.
Okay.
Hold the fork there, boss.
Well, Artie's in the chat too, I guess. Hey, welcome, Artie.
Hey, Artie.
So that's the only new thing I got, Mr. Heath. Yeah. Hunter Stewart's in the chat. Welcome, Hunter. I guess Mike had to go find his dog. So those have been late to the chat. Uh, Everybody can say hi to Plumber. He's watching the show. He's not feeling quite well right now. So if you want to reach out to him, say hi. He would appreciate it.
Yeah, give him a
Just
shout out.
getting well. Artie's got some goodies coming.
Artie's got goodies coming. Artie get his hat yet?
Get your hat, Artie.
That takes a long time to get to Australia.
Oh yeah, I remember talking to a guy who ordered a train from OVR. It took him almost 3 months.
To get to Australia? That seems a
Yeah.
little long. I don't
Well,
know about that.
he did a video about it. Oh, it was a couple years ago. I watched it. Had to pop up on my stream.
Took him 3 months to make a video, maybe.
No, it took him that long to get there.
Oh.
He made a point in the video saying it was a long time.
He was on the wrong boat.
Yeah, long boat. But Plumber is watching.
His stuff sets up pretty quick.
Oh, that's good. You can do more work. Hey,
Hey,
Lehigh
River.
River, welcome.
How are you? Yeah. Works out pretty good.
Yeah, that's good. You can do more work.
Yeah, more work. Never ends.
You
Never
can
ends.
carve and paint soon.
Prime and paint, yeah.
Well, that's how I used to use the plaster. Leftovers just make a. Oh, what did he
Oh,
say? Heath asked a question. I didn't see it. Ice
what's the question?
Dragon. Let me see what he go back and been in the chat.
What's the
I
question?
said, hello, Ice. Hello, Lehigh River. Hello. Oh, here it is here.
Okay, what do you say?
What is the section of the track plan that we're looking at? Is this a dog bone end?
This is the end of my test bench or new layout that goes through the wall into the main layout room. And goes all the way around. I'll show you these. Goes all the way around to there. I got to do a lift out.
Yeah, it might have been Derek. I just
And that's,
remember him making a video about it, and it's just a long delivery. And right now, it's OVR gets out stuff is pretty quick now.
and then the
Day,
bridge
2
goes through
days.
here. And don't mind the mess over there, but that's where the helix is in that corner.
I don't see a mess.
Yeah, there's a mess over there. And then the other portion of this wall, where the whole wall is, I'll show you. It's right there.
When you're doing your helix.
Huh?
When you building the helix.
When I get the swing gate in,
Oh,
then
okay.
then it's helix time.
And where's your second level going? Chris wants to see the yard.
What's that?
Chris wants to see the yard.
Well, you want to see the yard?
Mm-hmm.
So the second level is right here. See all this?
And he's got a question. Is this layout for operations or real frantic or continuous running?
Operations and continuous running.
Both, Heath.
Yeah. So there's my yard.
Mark, what do we call it? Good grief, Charlie Brown?
Well, that's the only way I can get up to 2 levels is with the helix in this room.
Yeah. I'm
It
not
lasts.
sure. I'm still on the fence of the helix, Mark.
That wall comes out, then I don't need a helix.
The office is next door.
Yeah,
It's a danger zone right now.
that door that's open,
Yes.
that's the office, and that's another 14 by 12, 15 by 12.
So what's on the other side of the wall next to your wife's office? What's in that space? That the outside wall?
That's the outside wall.
Oh, okay, so you
That'd be
can't
the
go in. Can't go that way then.
no, you can't go that way.
Oh,
You'd be onto the porch.
oh, expand to the porch. Make a lean-to.
Yeah, porch has got to come out.
Why?
I got to redo it. Wood's old.
Well, you don't have to do. You don't tear up the structure though. Just the decking.
No, I'm gonna redo the whole thing.
Was there decking? Is your framework no good?
Yeah, probably not.
Oh, because they have stuff now to save your framework now with the water shield stuff.
Yeah,
Oh, Mark has an idea. C on the bottom, BNSF on the top, separate railroads.
that sounds like a good idea.
I run
When are you
everything.
coming over?
Yeah. If he left tomorrow morning. In fact, he could have been a guest night. He was off today.
Yeah,
He
you
could
could have
have been
left
on,
Friday,
he could have been on the
stayed all
show.
weekend.
Yeah. What's Chris saying? A doghouse. Yeah, Mark. Chris said you can build a doghouse so you can move into it. March break. Yes, that's not. When is March break, Mark?
Oh yeah, that's coming up, isn't it? I can't believe we're almost at the end of February already.
Yeah, I know.
The time flies,
Sure does.
especially when you're having fun. I think the last 4 or 5 weekends has just been hair straight back, go, go, go.
So John Shine said you can do two layouts. You put your USA on the top and then the Canadian down the below.
Yeah, I run. I run BNSF, UP, Union
Yes.
Pacific, and CN, and what else? Oh, CP.
I run
Usually,
BNSF,
great.
Great Northern, New York Central.
Yeah,
That's my main American ones. I run this. It's New York Central, BNSF, and Great Northern. That's what I for American Rail right now. Mark needs a basement. So maybe Mark's gonna buy a condo with two stories.
well, I thought he was buying a place across the street from Chris or beside Chris. Yeah, no, it was beside Chris,
Oh,
and he was gonna. They were gonna make a tunnel, go through the wall. Speaking of those guys, don't forget this Thursday, keeping tracks.
yes, sir. I think it's
7 o'clock.
Chris's turn this week, isn't it?
Yeah, 7 o'clock, keeping tracks.
Yeah. And then 8 o'clock,
And
go home.
eight
Get
o'clock,
burned
yeah.
down. Okay, we got here.
That's when you know it's the end of the month. We're already getting to that show already. That's quick.
Yeah, and John, Canada's always on the top.
Hey,
Well, technically, no, because Alaska's a little bit farther north than Canada, so they're on top.
Alaska?
Yeah, a
Yeah,
little bit north, more northern than I think in your
yeah, they're
circle.
north.
So we have 46 in the chat. I am what
46.
Mr. Heath. I am making a mental note. Do not let Mike put frosting on my birthday cake.
Well, I'm a pretty good cake decorator there, Heath. No problem there.
Well, Mark, Heath, if I made you a birthday cake with the real good stuff and I mailed it to you, By the time you drive, you hire as that plaster anyhow. So it won't matter.
uh,
Okay. Canada is more northern. Model train review. Thank you, sir. Oh, a new limestone. Welcome, Limestone City sub. Welcome, Anthony Borden. Welcome.
hey, Limestone, how you doing?
We
That
would
the
need a
guys out
power
of
bill.
St. Mary's?
Who knows how to light candles? I don't.
You don't want me lighting it.
Oh, I don't have.
Not
I
gonna
don't
be
have candles in the house. Well, I have a candle, but we don't light it.
you. You might be past the fire code.
Actually, we're getting the church's Easter candle next year.
You're getting a what? What?
We donated the money to buy this year's Easter candle, and we get it next Easter.
Oh, okay. I don't know what you said there for a minute. I was like, what?
Yeah,
Limestone there, is that the club out of St. Mary's?
not sure.
Yeah. If that's the one it is, guys, go check him out, or one of your mods.
Oh.
Post his channel up.
Well, Sparky's
Yeah.
gonna like Dave being SF. He has Conrail.
They have a club out in St. Mary's. Pretty cool. And
He's a
I think
fluffer at church.
a couple of them actually work for CN. They do like little op sessions. I
Yeah.
like watching their videos. I actually want to get up there. I got to check it out. And the one guy there that belongs to that club, he weathers locomotives. What's Robert's name?
Robert, Flying Crow.
No, you see him on Facebook all the time. Arsenal?
Oh, I don't know him a lot.
Yeah. If you hobbyists there looking for some
Okay.
weather on your locomotives or something, it's one guy to check out.
Five alarm, fire alarm. That's a good birthday cake.
Hot and spicy, or like way too many candles?
Maybe both.
Yeah, could be. So what are you going to be? Your birthday's coming up soon, eh?
Who mine?
Yeah.
October.
Yeah, well, that's soon.
Yeah, still, my wife's come first. I'll be 71 in October.
Oh, spring chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're still enjoying the hobby. That's the main thing. We're having
That's
fun.
right.
Having fun.
That's right.
What else you got there for chat?
Let me see.
So
We
this
have
stuff dries
48.
white
We
after.
have 48 in the chat, which is pretty good.
48.
Yeah.
Wow.
What is Mark saying here? Our room too small. Well, rent out the upper level, Mark. I don't know why you didn't get a two store best month of the October?
October's the best month. Do you have UP? Yep, I do. I got a couple UP. Union
I don't
Pacific.
have any UP.
What?
You have
The
UP
big.
local, right? That's what Inkrail is asking.
Yeah, I got the
Yeah, he
UP
does.
local. I think dash 8 or
Five
ESU.
alarm fire again.
ESU maybe.
Anthony wants to know, Anthony Borden, are you going to have passenger service?
Yes.
Oh, you got
Via.
VIA, don't you?
Yeah, I got Via. Sorry, I can't even believe I forgot Via.
The nerve of you.
Yeah.
I have Go. I have Go.
I
I
sold
have
you my
Goa.
Go.
I have one VIA train, a short one. But I'm working on the 54 CN scheme train.
I sold you the Go.
Yeah, no, I got them all. I got all. I got them. I got two locomotives, I think 12 coaches.
Yeah. So how many SD60s you got?
2.
Two? Almost sounds like you need another one. Not too many left, really. You're thinking about getting a second or a
Yeah,
third one.
Joe Raider, I'm catching up to you, but I can't run any faster than I am.
Yeah, Joe just had a birthday not so long ago.
Yeah, he's 73. 2 weeks ago.
Still young. Young at heart, boys. This hobby makes you young.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like, fun, too.
Actually, Ink Rails, I think last Sunday,
Yeah.
Bernard went live this week or last week, and he actually caught the Canadian running by his office.
Oh, yeah, he does. That's pretty cool.
Yes, and it's a long one too.
I was hoping to get there Friday,
You
but
didn't
I got
make it,
held up.
but I hope to. I'm working on the CN 1954 color scheme passenger train using Concours cars. I have some Atlas too, but
Yeah, and I'm mostly modern.
I just run trains.
Mark just turned 25 last month. Wow.
Okay.
Mark's young. He got a long ways to go. Long ways to go before he gets to just play trains all day.
Oh yeah. I like train. Yeah, I like trains too.
All day. You get to run
All
them all.
day. All day. And Corey's birthday. Say sorry. Happy birthday, Corey.
Oh, Corey's birthday. Happy birthday,
Yeah.
Corey. Not every day you get to turn. But
Oh,
Artie's like, what do you say, 55?
I didn't hear the age, but it's birthday. I haven't hit 55, but my grandma has already sent me a senior's pension card.
Yeah.
So treat me trying to say I'm old. Yeah, well,
Nothing wrong with that.
I'm I'm done. I'm out. Finished. What ink real say?
Yeah, so we're slowly getting progress.
Yeah, you're making great, excellent progress.
Yeah. Like I say, I got all this.
You'll have
Um,
trains running before I do.
I'm hoping to have trains running like within the next week or two, or
Okay.
break in my
Yeah,
SD60s,
right, Heath.
or get a motorman like Heath. Then I just go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Maybe Heath will send you one for your birthday.
I got some stickers from Heath there not so long ago. That was awful nice of him.
I actually found my stickers that he sent me last year. I put them back in the box though.
I'm hoping this guy that
That's a
I'm
good
working with.
idea, Thomas. I would blow the speakers out. My wife is the soloist.
Hoping this guy I got stickers from could do the backdrops as well.
Okay.
So I got a CD when I was down in Amherst for doing
Well,
backdrops.
do you? I hope to go out with my camera. 'Cause I'm understanding that Staples will do banner printing,
Yeah, it depends where you go.
but I can print. I can take with my camera on my tripod. It's pretty
Yep.
precise angle, and I can take a panoramic shot and create my own.
Nice.
I have the camera do the work. I might as well use it.
Oh, for sure.
Well, Keith said I should try set it up and use it for actually for filming. They haven't
Right.
got when I get the train room done, I might do that.
Yeah.
It's a 5D Mark IV.
So that's slowly coming there, eh?
No, that's good. That's in the other room, right?
Yeah. That was the one test bench that I said, well,
And that's your bar in the back corner.
that's the bar in the back corner.
So you didn't make a bend and to go around the bar and have trains behind the bar.
No, but maybe my second level, I can run it out, take all the hockey pictures down, hang
Okay.
those in another room, and then make a second level in there. But I'm pretty sure somebody might not be happy with that.
Okay, train tracers, thanks for stopping by. He's got to get back to work.
Don't worry. Thanks for coming out.
He
So
wants,
you
is
see,
there a turnaround on this spur?
is there a turnaround on this spur?
Yes. You have a turnaround or a turntable?
Yeah, there's a turntable. You see the sewer I put in? The
Yes.
culvert? Looks all right,
Okay. And where'd you get that from?
eh?
Yeah.
I'll show you exactly what that is. So yeah, it just comes out from there. Here's my heat sticker, wigwag,
Yeah. Yeah.
with the river and Eastern, mini
Yeah.
prints around the layout. And there's the scene there
Right.
from the wall out into the main. Do you want to know how I did the culvert?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. What did I do with that?
Are we fishing in that boat there, Mr. Mikey?
Yeah, we're fishing in that boat.
Yes, we are, Mark. We're fishing for cod.
Forgot.
Oh,
Over out
yeah.
east now. What did I do with that stuff?
Model train likes your water.
Thank you.
Any fish in the water? Probably not. Probably soup cans.
Just cans of tuna.
Yeah, that'd be good. Father's Day, yeah. White sturgeon, yeah.
So you know the stuff you use for your trailer or boat wires or trailer
Oh,
wires.
okay, okay.
I'll switch my camera
For
back.
wire, like wire wrap.
Yeah.
Okay. I will, wigwag. This is mail slow.
That's all it is. Just the tube. And I got
Uh,
the
he, I'm actually making progress in the model rail empire. I'm getting there. Who's that
who's the
scary
scary
looking
looking
guy?
guy.
Scary looking guy. I'm getting there. I got one more
You
wall to
get these
finish.
hats. Get
I
your
unpacked a lot of trains.
hey, get your hats
I'm
or and
still
your
fighting over the layout design.
on layup.
But last week the helix was in the plans.
Fraser Canyon, yeah. Thanks, Corey. Yeah, that's all that stuff is. It's
Yeah,
your
nothing. Wire wrap.
yeah, that's all it is. And
Yeah.
that there, I'll pull that back off. That's O gauge tube from Evergreen.
Uh,
I,
just
I
the
tried
room
spinning
shape
it, but
is most of the problem.
didn't work
Just
too
the
good.
way the room is situated, is trying to get the best way to get around the corner. I have a corner in the front of the house that's making it hard to. It's not really a square room. It's a 3 by 4 space that's in my way, and I can't cut it out. What?
Hey, oh, you took that out. Oh, he keeps taking that down on me, James.
No, I'm trying to put it up.
Oh, take James fishing and keep calling him Chum.
Chum, yeah.
Hey, New
Listen,
Haven, Ed Scale.
I'll take
All
you
right.
down to the Newfoundland rocks and start showing where the fish are.
I go scuba diving and just throw them out on shore for you.
And I will, Heath. I just got to get it into Encore. I don't have it really. They're in any radio file, so it's hard to see it.
Are you in your training room now?
No, I'm
You're in
in
the
the
other
little
room, right?
room. What's that?
You're in the other room, right?
Yes. I don't have any cameras out there right now to get set up. Next
Can
week.
you
Next week I'll set up in the room.
is your cord long enough that you can reach the other room and kind of show the guys your room?
No, it's
Well,
not. I have to unplug everything to do it.
don't do that. Should be off the
No,
tracks before you know.
it'd be no, it'd be gone. But yeah, and I don't know how to link a picture to the thing to the stream. I don't have two monitors to share a screen.
Oh, you got two monitors?
No, not
Oh,
yet.
what do you want to share?
Well, I can. I have pictures of my layout. Well, I sent you. They're in. I sent you pictures of the layout, the room dimensions, ideas worked on over in Messenger over the last month or
Oh,
so.
I was gonna say if it was in an email, I could pop that up and share a screen
Uh,
because
yeah, I
that's.
couldn't.
I'm not
I
sure if
would
I'm gonna
have.
break the internet, but that's how I. Hang on, I guess I gotta turn the camera on.
Yeah, I couldn't get it in. I have it in my. I have it in any rail here, but I would have to pull it out, drop it in.
Hopefully, I don't get in trouble for this.
What are you gonna show me?
There's the two screens.
Yeah, I don't have.
Right
I don't
screen,
have two screens yet.
YouTube. That way, you can share. Easy to
Yeah.
share stuff, right?
Well,
That's how
I
I do the
will,
wheel.
but I don't have enough space right now for three screens. I'm already struggling now what I got now,
I got you.
but I will.
Yeah. So, what else happening? This Saturday OVR. I'm gonna be
Saturday
there.
OVR.
I'll be there early.
I know in our house here, the plumber's coming tomorrow. Kitchen cabinets start going in Wednesday.
Nice.
If it all goes well, we'll have appliances installed on the 9th of March.
Thanks, Derek.
Can't see any. Take that down. What do you want to take down?
Your chat.
Oh, I took it down. Oh, that. Okay. Hi.
Thanks, Derek.
There. Sorry, Dwight.
See, that's why I go this mode.
Okay.
You put the chat at the bottom.
You're right. Okay, this one here.
Oh no, now you can't see nothing. He's off the track already.
My yeah, we can you post a link? Model Train Review wants to join the chat.
Sure.
You just gotta post a link.
Okay. Well, you can do that, or I can do that.
I can't.
What do you mean you can't?
I can't link. I can't post a link. I
I
don't
thought
have
I'd give
enough
you.
access.
I thought I'd give you the power for that.
Well, I can try. Copy. Nope. I can't chat in stream in. There it is. There.
Oh, that's in Twitch.
Oh, jeez. I don't have Twitch.
Oh no, it come out in both. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I got both there. So it comes up in Twitch and in StreamYard.
Okay.
Wow.
There he is.
How's it going?
Hey, how are you? My name's Stu.
Stu,
Hello,
how's it
Stu.
going? Welcome.
Is it working?
Yep, we can hear you.
We can see you. That's a starting point. Haven't seen Daryl tonight. He must be working.
I don't know. It was working. Did he freeze?
No, Daryl. Daryl, Derail Daryl. I haven't seen him tonight.
Oh, yeah. No, I think he's been busy there at work.
Yeah.
You know?
Shredding his tax returns.
Frozen Stu.
Frozen
No.
Stew.
Oh, now he's got the ring.
You gone.
He got the ring.
He fell off the track.
Yep, the
Tough
circle.
crowd, yeah. Oh, Thomas Grassi. Hey, Thomas.
Good afternoon or evening, everyone.
Well, I think it's evening, at least in my part of the world.
I keep it. Oh, there he is.
There he is.
We can see it.
No sounds, Stu.
No sound, Stu. We had you there for a minute, then it started spinning. What's going on today, Thomas?
Oh, I was just doing a lot of 3D printing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for doing my little piece for me, Thomas.
Yeah, I made these today, these little trucks.
Still can't hear you. What'd you make? Oh, hang on. Let's make it bigger.
Yeah.
There we are. Oh, that's you.
That's you.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, these trucks.
Trucks.
Yeah. But guess what happened? As soon as I put the wheels on them, they cracked.
I think I could hear Stu now, or somebody clicking.
You can hear me now?
I can.
There you go.
Oh, goodness. Okay. That's crazy. It's technology. I thought I mastered it, but I guess not.
No, never happens. Never fails when you go live.
I was
Right?
making Goa cars, and I was trying to make trucks for them.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
And then this is another gondola car I made.
Now, Thomas, what's the cost to print one of those in material costs?
Oh, I don't even keep track of that. I just
print it.
Yeah.
And what maker printer are you using?
Oh, I got an Anycubic. I got two of them. One's a 2K, one's a
Is that the one that Plumber uses?
Hey, Randall.
No, Plumber uses a filament printer. I have rosin printers.
Well, you're resin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And you can drop me down now. Bring up the rest of the crew.
Yeah. That's pretty cool, though.
Well, wait a minute. Here's one more thing I printed. These are well cars.
53 footers.
Yep. And then I got to figure out how to put the wheels on. There's a hole for the wheel, but I have to put some washers on there because the wheels are too tight. And then I got to figure out how to put a coupler on here. That's what I was trying to figure out. But I was able to print 8 of these at the same time.
Oh wow. Is
that
resin or?
Yeah, resin.
Okay.
Yeah, I stood them up this way in my build plate, and I printed 8 of them at once.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Derek's got a question, Thomas.
What's his question?
Can you get polypropylene?
I don't know. What's polypropylene?
Oh, like the styrene sheets.
Oh, styrene sheets?
Yeah, the polypropylene.
Yeah.
What is that stuff?
Yeah, I never used that stuff.
Okay.
What did we miss there? I see Tim 368's in the chat.
Something about not feeling well. I have to go back up the chat. You chit about it. I'll go see what Tim said.
Yeah. Hopefully we didn't miss anything there. I said hi to him in the chat. So, model train review. What are you working on?
Well, that's great you asked. So down at the club, we're kind of
Oh, okay. His mom
building
fell.
still.
Sorry to hear that, Tim.
Oh yeah, sorry today.
Yeah.
So if you
Here,
guys can still hear me, I think you can hear me.
yeah. Make it bigger.
So
There you go.
yeah, here, let's do this. So I'm going to actually switch around. So I'm going to show you kind of what the club layout looks like. Back ultra wide. Let's see if this works out well. Okay, here we go.
Oh, nice.
So I've got a room. It's about 20 by
Bye, Hunter.
20 by 30, and take you a little bit of a tour around the layout. And I hope that the video is going to work out because the Wi-Fi doing something weird. So I'm on cellular. So this is the roundhouse that we're working on, and we got about 30 members in the club. We're located in Tawasin, BC. We
Oh, in
got
BC.
yeah, out in Vancouver.
Where's that studio located? I didn't quite hear it.
Out in Vancouver.
Oh, you're in Vancouver. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. So when you
I've
talk
been
about
to Vancouver.
when you talk about 3D
prints,
prints, these are 3D printed here. These little boxes. So we've printed those along the track side.
nice.
Make
Yeah,
it kind of cool. So we're still working on a few things, but it's the layout will take about 15 minutes each run, and some of the scenery that's been recent here has got a kind of a log boom happening here,
Yeah.
and a lot of old and new
Derek, no
stuff.
way.
Yeah.
So why is there a chair in the middle of the river?
Why is there a chair?
Yeah, I saw a chair in the middle of the river.
Oh, in the middle of the river. Hang on. Where a chair? There's no chair. Oh, there's no chair. No, that's not. Hang on.
Oh, he thought that was a chair.
Yeah. Yeah, no. But if you guys look closely, you'll see barnacles on the rocks right along
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
So we got barnacles there, and
Yeah.
when I come over to the lighthouse,
That's
on the
awesome.
other side here, yeah, and right here is there's actually kind of an old part that we found laying around the layout, and this guy here, it's just a solid cast part, but what it does is supposed to knock the logs right off of here and then down into the water. So this was
Right.
all kind of a rescued old part from a long days ago, and one of our members have actually, there's two members that worked on this. So one did the scratch built of this, and then another scratch built over here, just to add this on. This is all new, and we're kind of touching some things up and restored some
Yeah,
old.
we get around, Mark.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, I do like your water that you got going there. And speaking of water, we've got some starting to happen down here. We're starting to change the scenery down here as well. Yeah.
Windway has a question about your lighthouse.
Yes.
Where is that a kit?
That's actually a Walters kit, believe it or not.
Oh, wow. That's a split rock needs.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it is lighted. I don't have the 12-volt turned on, but it is lighted and it does flash. But
Okay.
and there's actually some interior.
Whereabouts are you in British Columbia? Right in downtown Vancouver.
Awesome.
Tawasin.
Too
Okay.
awesome.
Because I
Tawasin,
was
yeah.
in Vancouver years ago, and there's a spot in there when they had they were dredging a lake, and they pulled up a spruce tree from the lake, and the trunk was 12 feet across.
Oh wow!
12 feet.
I'm just
And
gonna
I stood
grab
beside it. I couldn't reach the top of it when we were in Vancouver. And I saw all this prime cedar heading down to the U.S.
Ah,
I've been out west twice now. I want to go again.
let's bring up one of the locals that we've got here.
Hey, Randall, welcome.
Randall, how's it going? Yeah, Split Rock wants to know how come it doesn't have stripes on it.
Well, he's probably got British Columbia trains out there.
Oh no, this is Southern Pacific, so I'm
Yeah, I was
sure
gonna say,
it's
that's the
something
old
like that.
SP colors there.
Jason, the train fish gonna like you for that one.
Yeah, but aren't you Northern Pacific?
That's a nice steamer.
It's very cool.
So is the club mostly like a certain year then, or just everything?
This is kind of a. It's kind of a. It doesn't matter at this point
Okay.
because we got about 30 members in the club,
Yeah.
and so hang on one second here. Let's turn some sound off here. We got about 30 members in the club, and they have all have Steam. They'll have Steam, and this is great. The wife's calling exactly the moment you don't need her to call. A lot of members have Steam, Diesel, electric, and so we try to be very accommodating to whatever members want. So we've made sure that the layout can run various scales. What I mean by scales, I mean that trains that are HO or double O, and or European or Japanese or Australian, because some of them don't like a lot of track. So we chose Pico 83 and Pico 83 turnouts and fast tracks to make sure that we could actually accommodate.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
Yeah. So I turned the sound off here, but we'll just go ahead and take that load out, and we'll take it for a little quick trip there. But yeah, the layout is fully accessible to members 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
He posted up the Model Train Reviews YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I have the club is actually called the Delta Model Railway Club. So if you just search them up on Instagram, you'll find the Delta Model Railway Club.
Cool.
So the reason to go to Vancouver is see some more trains.
That's right.
Yeah. Trains everywhere.
Yeah. So let's go in there. We're doing kind of some different type of scenery for the mountain, and this one's actually got this idea from a fellow out in California, Bragdon. And the Bragdon method is to use a kind of a screen mesh and use foam. So it's kind of a mixture of a foam to brush right on. So we'll take this off, lay it flat, put the foam mixture on it with a large popsicle stick and spread it out. And you leave it for like a couple of minutes, and then it gets kind of tacky. And when it gets tacky, then you actually place it on top of wherever you want to mold. Once that's done, it hardens up like a rock shell, and it's super light. Super light. But that's only step one.
Hey, Stu?
Yeah?
Do you go into Central Hobbies at all?
I do, yes. I actually, Central Hobbies is not too far away, but it is one of the stores here.
Because Hal's retiring, eh?
Oh, yes, he is retiring, yes. Yeah. A lot of the fan favorites for hobby stores is OVR, believe it or not, right?
Yeah.
And then when you've done this, you would actually do this here. Then you would actually get, this is the rock mold. So you would actually put a spray over top of this. And then once you've done the spray, it's so you can remove it. So once you've sprayed it, and then
that's the Bragdon mold.
That is, yep. Yeah. And this is the method of doing it. So
where do you buy that stuff from?
I bought it directly from Bragdon. And to get it up to Canada, I just ship it locally. But it's you put a spray over top of this, and then you can buy if you can't get the chemicals from him through the mail, you can buy them anywhere at a lot of different scene shops. And so but they're slightly different, but
he posted a link to it right there. Thanks, Heath.
Yeah, thank you. So once you've done it, you rip this off, and then you get something like this. So you'll see this kind of a rock shape, and it's super rock hard and super light. And then once you've done this, then you can put your Mod Podge on it, and then start going at it. So it's gets some really cool effects. So we have a number of different molds we're gonna try within this area, and they're all different types of rock type faces to kind of get up on the mountains here. So that's what we're looking at. Yeah,
you can use that with plaster or Paris too.
You can, but then it gets a lot heavier. So if you want to use the Bragdon, because the Bragdon will actually be it'll be soft. It'll be soft and still in the mold, and then you can actually shape it. And then this is
that Amber.
Yeah.
So Stu, that white piece that you just showed,
Yes,
it actually looked like a face on there.
Yeah,
it did, didn't it? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, somewhere in
It
there.
turned a certain way, and it looked just like
Yeah.
a face.
Turned up
Yeah.
nice way.
Oh,
No,
I
it's good
don't know
stuff.
what happened to it.
Yeah, there it is.
And he said it. They were at Amherst.
Yeah, I
oh,
never
that's
seen
good.
it.
Yeah, I would
You
have missed. I missed him there. We have a trestle that's going to go in front of that mountain right here.
Talk
Hey,
to you
Tim.
later, Tim. Thanks for stopping by.
Yeah,
Hope your
thanks
mom's
for coming
feeling
up.
better.
You
Oh,
bet.
look at that trestle.
Yeah, it's all hand built. This was a donation from a local modeler. It was donated after he passed, and
Wow.
we're using it as a legacy donation. What we're doing is we're going to integrate it within the layout. So we actually, when we got this, we deconstructed a portion of the corner to make sure we could fit this additional line.
Yeah,
We've
that's
got
beautiful.
we redid the track work, but it was all done by hand. I think it took about 6 months to do this. So he
Thanks for showing
spent
up,
a lot of time.
Randall. Thank you.
See you, Randall.
Yeah.
A lot of detail. Holy smokes.
Yeah, it is great. It's we got a little bit of repair here to do, just right up on the
Robin, how are
up on
Hey,
there as well.
Robin.
But, yeah,
you? Yeah, we had one at the club that the guy built, and when the club closed, he's got the bridge at home now, but they call it Snake Canyon, and it was huge. It was a huge bridge that he did all by hand.
and then we have our yard. This is a 30-foot span yard, and so this way here we got at least 8 tracks and kind of work in progress. We can put our trains on here and then assemble them, and then take them across, and then goes over the bridge and into the layout.
Okay, you got a little lift out.
Yep. Yeah, right here. Actually, use IKEA hinges to make this work. And so, because the IKEA hinge can actually separate the cabinet, I got the idea by opening my cabinet in the kitchen. And so, when it comes down, it lays flat, and then the tracks line up perfectly. You don't
Yeah.
have to worry about it because it will separate just easily. And this is a very difficult way to do it because it's cornered. And so, we were able to kind of match it up, and slight adjustments here and there, but it works out well. So when we separate it, lift up, the hinge pivots out.
That's kind of what I need in that one corner.
Yeah, and this is the standard. It's a universal hinge, but it's a big hinge, but it works well.
When I did my lift gate, I mounted the hinges to the top of the deck, but you raise the hinges so they're higher than the track height,
Right.
Yeah.
and then when you pivot it up, it clears the track. That looks good. I like that.
Yeah. So it's a lot of kind of cool stuff we have, and we are on the ESU system here, which has done really well for us from a control perspective.
Cool.
Yep.
You say you did your shopping from OVR too?
Oh yes, yeah. Most of the shopping is done there. Yes, and various places in the U.S. as well. So
Yeah, so it's got a new rate that come out for shipping. It was $9 for the States and something like that.
yeah, unfortunately, OVR is been really good to us actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
that's good.
Yeah, sure. Well, this is
Thanks
great.
for
You know what?
sharing
I love these kind of like channels and stuff like this. These kind of live streams. These are great. I've always wanted to do one myself and just haven't gotten to it yet. And I just and this is kind of the good inspiration to do just that. But
Yeah.
thank you guys very much for having me. This is amazing. And I love to kind of, one of the goals here at the club is to, and I'm sure it is for everyone, is to get the hobby out there, have folks just have fun, right? And so that they can just enjoy the hobby. And then you're teaching a lot of the young folks. We have like a number of young members in the club, and they have their day, and then the more senior members have their days as well. But we all do different theme nights, and everyone, it's all about just having fun.
That's right.
Yeah.
I was talking to a fella He lives in Lethbridge, Alberta, and he says the nearest hobby store from him is 200 kilometers away. So again, I send the link to OBR trains because they'll ship out there. But we do this every Monday night, me and Mike.
Yeah.
7
Hey, Chris,
o'clock.
how you
Just
doing?
happens to be Family Day right here in Canada, so it's a
That's right.
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, so let's.
Chris, how are
So yeah, that's good.
you? Awesome layout. Yeah. Wouldn't you like to have that in the basement?
I wouldn't mind. I
Well,
wouldn't
that's
mind.
why
I wouldn't mind seeing your lift gate again, or send pictures to us. I'd be interested in seeing that.
for sure it's very basic, and I'll go back to it again here quickly. It's just a very basic setup,
Yeah.
but it's just something we like. I said, I got the idea from the kitchen cabinet, believe it or not, and
Yeah.
I actually I taped the track to the kitchen cabinet and opened the kitchen cabinet door.
So the hinges are giving you the elevation you need to clear the
That's
track.
right. That's right.
Instead of using a hinge on the top and elevating the hinge,
Yep.
Yeah.
that worked. You got to clear the track.
It does clear it, yes.
Yes.
And you can't quite see it from
Well, it's not. It
this angle, but
gives
it
you
does
another
clear. Right?
idea because I.
Oh, yeah.
So it
Yeah.
is. It has to come up be higher than the track so it clears it when it
Yeah.
opens up.
Because I tried piano hinge, but it's not high enough.
Yeah,
No, you got to.
this hinge does
It
it.
has.
This is the one that
You,
does it.
when I
Yeah.
did mine, Mike, I had the hinges on top of the deck. I had to elevate them so the hinge was higher than the track line, so it would clear the track.
And you got
That's the
those from
trick.
the
Got it.
UK, though, didn't you? Or was that the track work you got from the UK?
Yes, we are Wigwag, and we're gonna
Yep.
set up in the train room.
We're on James's channel next week. But yeah, I like that idea.
Derek, when I have a video showing how I did my other layout, but
Yeah.
basically I put about a half-inch pine board on top of the deck to raise the hinge up.
You kind of did like
Half.
derail barrels.
Yes, it has to. The track has to clear it. And the only way to make it clear it is raise the hinge higher, so when you open up the lift gate, it clears. I did
Yeah.
a couple. I experimented first with just playing around with it before I built it. It does work,
Nice. Yeah, but
but I
what was
want
it?
to make it. I
You
want
got
to make
track
if
or
I do a
something?
lift gate, I want to make it lighter.
You got track from the UK though, didn't you?
I use the track pieces from the UK for the ends. Yes, I did.
Yeah, I
But
remember seeing that.
But I had some issues with that too because the wood in the basement expanded, and I had to actually file the track back a bit because it grew. Now, as far as a power cutoff security switch, Larry, the DCC guy, he did a lift out as one of his videos about a month ago, and he developed a safety system for his lift out. It powers off everything. He uses stuff from
DC.
contact points from DCC Concepts.
Yeah,
He's got a video about it's about a month ago.
yeah,
He also
Pretty
did the
impressive.
video about putting those red flashing lights on his bridge so people wouldn't
Yes,
do it.
that was pretty simple system too.
That
yeah.
was cool looking too.
Yes, but it was pretty impressive how he did his lift out. It was just lifts it out, and but the things came from DCC Concepts.
And Ray Ron saying, yeah, those contact points are money.
Oh yeah, they are. They're
Everything, everything is
in
money.
UK.
We thought we lost you again.
Oh, he's still there.
He's playing around with the camera.
I think so.
Yeah.
You still there,
Stu,
Stu?
He's still here. Well, he's. I see his face.
I think
Yeah, I don't know. Is he frozen or?
Okay, Anthony. Thanks for coming by.
he could stay that still for that long.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, there he is.
there he is.
Can you still hear us, Stu? Or oh, he's having problems with his audio again.
Yeah.
Huh?
I think he's frozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he said he was on cell phone, eh?
Yeah,
Keeps rebooting it.
yeah,
I appreciate him coming out and showing us that.
yes.
Well, yeah,
Oh,
sorry
It,
about that, guys.
that's
Sorry
yeah,
about
okay.
there
that,
you
guys. It just didn't. It
This
did.
is that's why it's called Off Track Monday.
go. Oh, he's
There
frozen
you
again.
go.
There you go. Off
Off
I'm
Track
track
frozen.
Monday.
Monday. There's a reason for this name.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what? Next time I'll join. The club internet is shared, so it's really kind
Yes,
of the club internet shared. So
yeah.
Yeah, no worries. Appreciate you coming out and showing us that, taking the time. And welcome back
No, it's
anytime.
it's quite impressive. Gives you more
Yeah.
ideas.
Yeah. Good to see other people's layouts and what they do.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, for sure it is.
It gives you
yeah.
ideas on what you want to do too.
That's what the hobby's all about, right?
Right.
There's some big layouts out west too. I met a
Oh,
guy.
yeah.
I bought a train off lot a year ago.
I like
His layout, his
watching.
personal layout was 2,000 square feet, and it was all one level HO.
See, Anthony, take care. Georgia Sunbelt.
Yeah, he had to go.
PC Rail. That's another good channel out west. That's a big layout.
We don't have pairs up. Everything? Pairs of trains? I don't have any new stuff to show you, Derek. I didn't. It's sitting at OVR.
Yeah,
There's two of them.
nice.
But I do have Mike's favorite number, 4777,
Yeah, I thought you were giving that to me the other day. You sent in the
and
chat.
4775, Mike.
I got, what's the other one I got? 4774?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4775 and 4777.
Thanks, New Haven and Scale. Thanks for coming out. Appreciate it.
You know, Mike, you can renumber your engines any number you want.
Oh, yeah. Re-letter them.
Yeah,
Renumber.
Derek, I
Thanks for
might
coming
look
out,
at
Scale.
that idea for the hinges because my last one, it worked well, but it was heavy. And I want to try and reduce the weight. So I might
Yeah.
try a couple options.
If I ever did a bridge hinge like that, anything like that, I want to push a button and let it go up automatically.
A friend of mine has a powered barge that goes up and down on motors for different levels, but they're not. That's a lot of mechanical stuff.
Okay.
New Haven, thank you for showing up, New Haven. Thank you very much. More zebra, Mike. I getting
More
two
Zebra.
on Saturday. Where is my zebras? I got zebras. Oh, I got something to show you, Mikey. Hang on.
Always got one to show us. Here we go. We're going to get another unboxing.
You got more stuff, but it has nothing to run it on.
Yeah.
Right?
Just remember that he's on tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So however long this unboxing is that you're doing, we got to be on his show tomorrow night. He went. Oh, he's gone into the other room. That's where all the trains are. Boxes and boxes. That's the new hobby shop. It's in Dundas. James's house. Oh, there he is. What's he got now?
These are not zebra. This one's zebra. These never been out of the box.
We better make it big here.
Yep.
Hang on there, young buck.
Let me turn the camera out. These never been out of the box.
Still new.
Yeah.
Still got
And
the
these
plastic on.
came from Central Hobbies in Vancouver.
Oh, nice.
This is an F7 A and B unit, DCC and sound, Canadian Pacific. And
That's a big box.
Yeah, it
two
is a big box.
locomotives.
Should do a roster update video. Oh, okay.
And there is the
Oh, hang on. We
wall.
got a zebra up there.
This is the B unit of an F7.
You got an F7?
I got a pair of them. I got a set.
Okay. Just checking.
Just checking.
Yeah, I could do a roster video, I guess.
Yeah.
Especially once I get the yard over here finished up.
Yes.
I might even, depending on time this week,
Mm-hmm.
might try and mess with the 5 amp command
Well,
station.
they don't say what's the name on the box, what it is, but that's a F7 B unit. I have the A to go with it.
Is that new or state?
No, it's brand new.
Brand new. Okay. Just
Yeah,
checking.
and that's the this is brand new. This one here. I've
Yeah.
never. It's
Still
never been
got the
out of the
plastic.
box. Never been out of the plastic. No. I have a CP passenger train to go with this.
Yeah, I can do that, Brian.
How do you know they even work if you haven't taken them out?
I take a lot of trust that it works. Too
Yeah.
late now.
By the time you get them open, they'll be out of warranty.
Yeah.
Oh, the warranty was done the day I bought it. It's out west. I'll get the mate.
You got to find somebody that knows how to get them running if the warranty's out.
Yeah.
You got lots of them.
Now here's the other half. This is an
Oh,
F7
what's
EMD.
the,
There.
oh, yeah, there's the other half.
Yeah.
So, what's progress on the layout? Another week or two?
Yeah, I wish.
Bench work?
No, he said May. Didn't you say in May you were going to be able to get started?
I'm hoping to start in 2 months. I'm close. I'm working on. I got one more wall to frame in, and gotta do some wiring for that. Hey, derail Daryl's here. Welcome.
Yep, having pizza.
Having
Pizza.
pizza. Yeah, I'm still a couple months away. It's just trying to decide on do I do a round the room layout or I do a staging yard with a helix. Both ideas will work.
Well, it depends on what you want to do, right?
That's
Yeah.
right.
Mike, can I? What?
And I'd be on in 5.
Absolutely.
Sure.
Let me know if you need the link. I'll send it
Oh,
up to you.
he's doing the government stuff. T4s.
Oh, yeah, I got my T4 today. Usually I don't get, well, I guess it is almost the end of the month, isn't it?
Getting close.
I think I lost 3 weeks. I'm starting to stroke out here.
Yeah, Stu, yes, that one. But the CP one came from Central Hobbies, believe in Vancouver. I bought it from Hal. He gave me a deal on it when I bought it. He wanted to get rid of it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's right.
it's $400 for 2 pair of locomotives, brand new. That's pretty good, DCC and sound.
Yeah. When I come back from Amherst, I picked up the three SD60s and two GP4s. Since you wouldn't give me that other 477.
You want to see your 477? I can go get it for you.
That's a GP38.
I know. I got the GP40s too, though.
Yeah, I was looking for another 38.
Uh,
James, you have a
there.
big one.
No, I do not.
Really?
My biggest I have is my Hudsons. I have 2 Broadway Hudsons. One New York Central, one TH&B.
Okay, model train reviews. We might be still on. You never know.
What's John buying for $20? Not my trains. Maybe Mike's
20 bucks.
trains.
Not my trades.
Not my trains.
I got nothing for sale. I shouldn't say that. There's always something for sale. Scuba diving gear, whatever you want.
So,
Whatever you
Mike,
want,
behind
don't want,
you,
you can buy trains.
on the wall, what were you doing? Put another level.
What's that, Thomas? The wood?
Behind you, you have some slats on the wall. Are you going to be putting up another level?
Yeah, that's my second level.
Okay.
I wanted to be prepared for when I did.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, good to do it ahead of time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Do her ahead of time. But yeah, I'm hoping to get the swing gate going this week. Once I get that going, I could start on that side because I got this side's all wired, and I might tackle. I don't know. I kind of liked his idea with the cupboard hinges.
Yeah, that's an excellent. That's the thing about the lift gates.
Yeah,
The
just hang on.
hinge needs to be above the track line.
Yeah, and if that works like that, I might be able to do that over in that corner
Yeah, well, I might do that for the if I go around room layout.
because it's double main line behind the helix.
But I got a pair of these. These I guess they're the web scheme GP38s.
Yeah,
I got a pair of these too, and these came
hang
from
on.
OVR too.
Where'd you go?
I'm here.
He's there.
Did you just show us something? Because I didn't see it.
No, I just had these here
Oh, that GP40.
GP38s. Yeah, I have the
Oh,
40s too.
well, you got one for sale.
No,
Oh, just testing it.
are you getting a -8?
Dash 8. Yeah, I got some Dash 8s.
Are you getting one?
The Bowsers,
Oh,
White Cab.
Chris said you're getting a -8. Yeah.
I got some Dash 8s already on the layout. 2500 and 2520.
hmm
Those are both Dash 8s. Never have enough trains.
Well, I don't know what enough trains. We have too many.
I've seen your collection. Thomas and I could put our layouts together. He's got 3 levels, and we still
You
wouldn't
got
have
3
enough room
levels?
for your trains.
Yeah,
I don't have 3 levels.
Yeah.
I'm adding another level too.
Are you?
Yeah,
Oh, I
Are we going 4?
I'll have 4 levels, but I'm putting the level between level 2 and 3.
Oh,
I
nice.
mean, this won't show up in the camera very well, but I made these for my shed layout.
Okay.
I made these. I had it hung in the ceiling. And I'm gonna hang them back in the ceiling. This is all made out of wood. I built it myself. The guardrail so the train wouldn't fall off in the ceiling. But I made that.
Well, if you
It's
have 3
actually
tracks
I,
for a
I
train,
actually have a video of me cutting the circle with my rotor.
Hey, Grandpa Rails, how you doing?
Hey, JT, I made those. I milled the lumber was rough lumber and I milled it all down.
nice.
All hand done by me.
Is that for outside? Vinyl? That's garden, right? G scale?
There you go.
Need one of those for outside.
But yeah, it's
Yeah,
never
that's pretty
charged
cool.
me for a train, but I gotta be careful what I buy. Just work for the special ones now.
Well cars.
But I did sell 5 trains this week.
Did you?
Yeah, I sold my
When?
2 Broadway NW2s and my 3 SW9s. I have new ones replacing them.
Nice. Right on. Yeah, so you're getting your SD60s. If you want any more SD60s,
No, 2's enough.
here's enough.
Yeah. Mark wants 2.
Mark needs another one. Love's
Yeah.
got another one coming.
Yeah, I know that. Chris wants another one.
Chris wants a third.
Yeah.
Too bad Santa Claus wasn't all year around there.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, that's
I
coming.
got something here. This is gonna go to Jason and Train Freak.
What you got?
Oh, cotton
Oh,
belt.
cotton belt.
And
This is a,
that's
this is
web.
a wooden box car. This is
Yeah,
wood.
that's nice.
Brass axles.
You're gonna ship that down to Train Creek.
Yep. I also got another one too, Pennsylvania Railroad too.
Thanks, Grandpa Rails. Get on
Yeah, it's a wooden box car.
them. Nice.
Probably heavy, huh?
Yeah, they're fairly heavy.
Do you weight it? Do you scale yours at all? Do you
No, I
scale
don't
the
have
rolling
scale,
stock?
but the undercarriage is cast material, like cast aluminum or something like that, or die cast material.
Yeah, you can
There's
see it.
the trucks are held on by screws. It's got KD couplers on it. The axles are the wheels are brass, and the axles are brass, and they're
Yeah,
insulated.
36 inch wheels or 33.
I'm not sure,
It'd be 36 probably.
but it needs a little bit of work. But Jason said he could fix it. I told him I'm gonna give it to him and send it down to him.
You're a good man.
Very nice.
I have a Pennsylvania one too.
Oh, did it?
Oh, that's old school. Is right.
Yeah,
I have a Pennsylvania one too.
I have a Pennsylvania Railroad. I have a passenger one and a freight train Pennsylvania Railroad on mine now. And then two CSXs.
Yeah, that's cool. That's kind of where I'm at on the layout so far. But
Yeah.
like I
What's
say,
for
hopefully this
sale?
week box this and get the two bridges I got from Matt.
Oh yeah, three. Do I? Do I? Do I? Don't. I'm gonna do not. I think
Yeah,
two is enough.
you got enough room on your layout for another one.
I heard a rumor that Mikey's gonna buy it for me.
How much rolling stock do I have? Oh boy.
That I got lots of.
That I probably don't have lots of.
I do.
I got, I want to say 6 packs of Cato well cars.
I probably got in blue box stuff at least 10 to 15 cabooses. Question for what is your favorite consist train to operate? That's a good question.
What's your favorite
I
concept?
don't have a favorite one.
You know,
Well, if it would be, it's going to be TH&B.
get back to Brian's question. I think I got 20 well cars, maybe 30 in between there.
That's yeah. So it be TH&B. That's my plan to set up TH&B and run and consist. Because in the Rio, when they were operating in our area, sometimes they would have 6 locomotives at one time on the rails, including the switchers. My room, Derek, is approximately 13 feet by 21 feet in physical space, but I have an obstacle in two parts: the furnace, and there's a corner in the one end that's giving me a bit of grief.
Can't you cut a hole in the furnace and put a train through it? Because
Yeah, I wish.
they
Right,
part of the
right through
furnace,
the ductwork.
yeah, it's probably just open space in
But I can go get. I haven't shown this one yet anyway. But my newest addition is my NW2s. I got two more. Hang on. They're not in the box yet.
Yeah, let me see. I got a lot of TTX boxcars, tankers, auto racks. Kind of fussy when it comes to rolling stock what I get, but I could always use more rolling stock for sure.
there. Yeah, I use the Jammerai, the cars table, and I have all mine listed. I'm up to 85 rolling stock now.
85.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not sure how many I got.
you probably got more than I do, but I mean, I've been doing a lot of 3D printing of cars now too, so it's gonna start creeping up eventually.
Okay, I gotta tilt the camera down a bit. So,
Oh, he broke out the TH&B.
but this is a Kato. This is an NW2. This is all custom done. We changed the headlights. These came from Eric's miniatures. The horns, new couplers, all custom painted, DCC and sound.
Nice, very nice.
This has been a 3-year project. I have 4 of these now, but the other two I got them from OVR in 2020 and during Lawrence estate sale, and they're going to be converted to DCC and sound.
Nice.
Yeah, but I have a pair of these now. This one here was originally Southern Pacific. That's that. So we changed the bell was added on, and the horns. These lights both ends.
Is that the number boards at the end, or is that the headlight?
That's the number board too, number 52.
Okay.
So THB had 4 of these on the layout on their roster: 51, 52, 53, 54, and I have the 4 now, and they're all in Kato drives. These are very smooth runners. I haven't even run this one yet.
Yeah, Kato's got a good motor.
Oh yeah.
What's next month? The cabooses. Oh yeah, the Angus
Yeah.
cabooses.
I have 6 on order. What is Chris got 5 on pre-order?
Probably the cabooses.
You got 5 cabooses, Chris?
I got, I think, a couple of them coming out. Don't forget the trash and scrap cars. They're coming out in another week.
I'm not getting them.
I got, I don't know how many sets of those I got coming.
Here's trouble. Well, we lost him.
Oh, you
Add.
put them in. There you go.
I have the OSR from Lauren, the pair that he brought out, the GP7s.
They're bringing a caboose out, James.
Yeah.
Who's making it?
It's a Rapido. I actually almost bought the real life caboose.
What stopped you?
I couldn't bend over far enough to find a home for it, James.
I was gonna say, where are you gonna put that thing?
Like I said, I couldn't bend over far enough to find a home for it.
Oh, there's a guy out there out toward Cayuga who has a THB caboose on his front lawn.
Where?
I forget exactly where, but it's out Cayuga way somewhere.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Because I wasn't. It must be an old wood one because I'm pretty sure all the Angus ones are gone.
No, it's a wooden one. He repainted it. I had a picture of it saved, but it's somewhere in the Cayuga area, somewhere out there on his property. All redone.
Yeah, there's one on your way up north there too, right?
Yeah, there's a bunch of different places.
Yeah.
Now just showing off my another my Katos to go with the 2 that I got from you.
What do you got here? Now.
I got some cool shots for you, Mikey and James.
You want me to share that?
Yeah, share that. So that should be in Sarnia now, Mike. That was $385 today.
Okay.
As you'll see, it's got a pair of ex-Illinois Central switchers. The word on the street is Lambton Diesel is going to rebuild them. I don't know what they're going to do because supposedly when they were in Welland to get stored and then potentially scrapped, they got vandalized pretty bad. They don't look that bad to me.
Yeah, there's no snow here.
Lauren, that switcher you see there, there's one of those switchers up at Babcock and Wilcox in Cambridge.
Not this Illinois Central.
No, it's been repainted.
Yeah.
So
Not
those SW 900s.
They're SW 1001, I think.
Oh wow.
They're not a nine.
You'd have to check the markings. They're IC. They're IC heritage.
Okay.
What was
I'll check that
interesting
out.
is what was interesting. This was yesterday's hot train in Niagara to Toronto, and then the train was supposed to go in the middle of darkness and actually went in daylight. 4100, the CN chop nose there. I believe that one is done because that was also in the scrap line in Welland, and I suspect Lambton bought that. So they bought all 3 units.
Yeah.
No, I'll
Yeah.
check that out by work tomorrow. See if
So
they
we
got
drove home tonight
Oh,
this afternoon.
maybe that there, Mikey. Maybe that someday.
Oh,
We drove by. So that's the new coil cars.
yeah.
That is the coil cars that National Steel is building, and the hoods are getting built in St. Catharines. And
So we drove by Steel Car today. They had about 30 on the rail close to Burling Street today.
yeah,
And there was about 30 of the AIM scrappers at the Stewart Yard today.
yeah,
Thanks,
but that's
Robert.
always the case, though, James. The facility is just down in the branch. What's interesting about these ones is they can only make 8 coil cars a day, but the subcontractor that's making the hood in St. Catharines can only make 4 hoods a day.
My
So
nephew is
they
the engineer on those things
for CN or Geo.
for Steel Car.
Yeah, that's National Steel, but
Yeah.
what I'm saying, James, is National Steel is only building the coil car. They
Well, I
had
know
the,
that. Yes,
yeah,
agreed.
they subcontracted out the hood to a firm called Stelcon in St. Catharines.
Yeah.
Stuff.
One of our members from our club, he caught he was out rail can. He saw the train heading down to St. Catharines about a month ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Artie.
Hey,
Hey,
Artie.
Artie.
Hey guys, how are we all?
Good, you? So the
That's your camera. We only see your chest. We don't see your head.
that's because you're looking at THB.
It's reflecting, Thomas.
Yeah.
Don't be doing that.
no good.
So the container, the scrap cars, and the trash cars will be out in another week or 2.
Yeah, I watched on my lunch today when I was in between picking orders, Mike. I watched them unload the boat in Tacoma. So the boat had to go to Tacoma and then Vancouver, and then come across to us. So I was watching them unload the Tacoma portion of the boat. Kind of cool.
GP9.
Yeah. Yeah.
I noticed when I was down there today, I noticed the one yard had a whole bunch of axle assemblies on the yard rusting away. There's another place off Beach Road that has all the casting for the truck frames they're working
Okay.
on.
Oh,
Nice.
cool.
But believe it or not, Lauren, I didn't realize, now I know, but those fans on the top of those GP460s and stuff, I used to fix those things for OSR when they had the yard in Hamilton.
Say that again. Say that again, James.
OSR used to have a yard in Hamilton. We used to service the equipment on the locomotives.
You mean SOR?
Yeah, sorry for my pronunciation. Yeah, it's SOR. Southern Ontario Railroad. They had a yard in Hamilton. I used to service their equipment.
Yeah, that's the rail link. Yeah, because OSR is Ontario Southland. Yeah, they had a service track over there, and they had a bunch of vehicles. So were you part of SOR, or are you just a subcontractor?
I was part of Duke Electric.
Okay.
But the CN kicked them out. Didn't want the space. They kicked them out.
Oh.
He's retired now. The guy I used to deal with. Now I work for Duke Electric. I'm an electrical apparatus service technician.
On a more funny note, Mike, I got my T4s and T5s done half the time as last year. Either I'm smarter or I did them all wrong. We'll find out in
Well,
2
to
weeks.
find out, yeah. Hey James, how come we only see the bench and we don't see the rest of you?
I don't know. Oh, well, I killed the camera. That's why.
Oh, there you go.
There we go.
That
Yeah,
was
You just
okay.
realise it.
There you go.
We're all like, hey, where'd he go?
you're the kind of guy I need right now, Lauren. What I used to need with a guy like you, a chartered accountant.
This chart accountant only is for hire for OVR.
Oh, I know. My
Did
buddy of
that
mine
taste good the first time or the second time?
a chartered
Oh yeah.
accountant.
Oh yeah.
There.
He's retired.
So
Yeah.
yeah, it's on its way to Vancouver now. Or getting
No,
close.
It's still unloading in Tacoma.
Oh, still unloading.
2 days in Tacoma, a day and a half from Tacoma to Vancouver, and then one full day in Vancouver, and that's it.
And she's hammered out.
Supposedly, it's 250 sea cans they could do an hour.
Oh wow.
So,
So
that's
pretty-
not my shift. Is that shift?
Yeah, so it's pretty impressive how they can do that. I
Yeah.
mean, they got 4 pickers. They can almost do 65 cans an hour each picker. Yeah, pretty impressive.
That's pumping her out there.
Hmm.
So is your sea container for your cars? Is that a full container for you alone, Lauren?
Maybe James. I don't know. I don't want to give away all my secrets now, James.
Oh, you want to share?
I only share after I sell it all, James.
Oh, you don't have any left then.
So they're going quick.
I can't give away all the tricks, James.
Get your pre-order in. Yeah, it's close to you there, Model Train Reviews.
Well, I thought
He doesn't.
I thought it was interesting is the train show that got canceled. I just found out today, Train Fest in Milwaukee.
Well, that's a big show.
It's a huge show.
Where is that?
Milwaukee,
Milwaukee,
Oh, okay.
Wisconsin, James.
north
Um,
of Chicago.
So I don't know what other big U.S. shows there's going to be. I mean, Calgary is back with Super Train. There's the Rocky Mountain Show,
That's
and then
a
there's
damn-
obviously the national show down in Texas,
Yeah.
and that's it. Yeah, you're right. The Rocky Mountain that is in Denver.
Because Bernard's might go to that one. He said.
Yeah, no,
He
he's
is-
going.
He is going. Him and I've been talking about it for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Lauren can't give away too many secrets about what he's doing because there's too many of us that's got 3D printers now to copy his ideas.
There's not a chance you can copy my idea on a 3D printer. Trust me. We started with a 3D printer,
Just
Somebody
email
will,
Hilda.
somebody will always find a way to copy something.
not that level of detail.
No.
Ink Rails, just email Hilda at OVR Train. She'll take care of you.
The beautiful thing about a 3D printer, and like you said, when you're putting stuff together, even Tom was saying, the finer the detail, the more likely you'll snap the part.
Yeah,
They're not
Yeah.
there. 5 years ago, the rivets weren't there. The rivets were getting in there, but they're still not there. And it has to do with the grade of the product. The grade of the product can't hold it. I mean,
There's
Years
trouble.
years ago, resin was high end.
Hi, Bernard.
Add Bernard in. We could talk about Denver. I want to talk about Denver.
yeah. It also would depend on the quality of the plastics. Like I got a bad batch of plastic the other week with my black filament, and all I had was just trouble. And now I've got looks like the white plastic I got in my last shipment. It's the same way too. So the quality of the printing will going to depend on the quality of the filament.
Yeah.
Well, I
Uh,
sent this file to Jim Tedesco. He printed it on his printer, and he didn't have no trouble putting the wheels in. So I think my problem is I probably didn't get this cured enough before I tried to do it. So I'm going to try printing another batch later on and let it sit for a while before I stick the wheels in. So I was
But
anxious to get it in there.
Thomas, isn't Jim Tedesco's printer a filament printer though?
Yeah, here's a filament printer.
Mikey,
You're the president.
bring Bernard on, Mikey. We'll talk Denver.
Where's Denver?
Denver, Colorado.
When is it? He said.
Oh,
March
Where is it?
30th. March
Where is it?
30th. Okay.
Is it somewhere on the Australian mainland, or do I have to smuggle myself into the United States?
No, we got to put you inside a dingo, so the dingo brings you across the water over to Denver. How's that sound?
Brilliant idea. I love that idea. We'll give that a go.
We'll find out
Never suspect a thing.
find out if animal control and food protection
Hey,
doesn't
Misty.
confiscate you at the border.
Welcome.
Yeah, but they're not as strict as what they are here because we don't
Hey,
have rain.
Grandpa Rails, could you post up
Brilliant idea.
Misty's YouTube channel for me, please?
but yeah, Denver, Colorado. Pretty close to California.
So
Yeah,
Denver is now the big show on the West Coast.
I guess
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Jim,
So we're actually
Yeah, there you go.
we're actually putting our paperwork together now. So we're going to attend Denver as
Welcome, Postmodern.
So- similar
James?
to what we did at Springfield. So it's going to be pretty cool. I mean, the James family is en road to Denver with my wife, and Izzy and I are going to go to Denver for that. So pretty excited. And then the other one I was looking at was the Collinsville
thanks.
RPM meet, which is in Collinsville,
Thanks,
Illinois,
Big
in
Wag.
July and August.
James, you're a moderator here on this channel, right?
Yeah, I'm on StreamYard. I can't get to it from StreamYard.
Oh well, I have StreamYard open on one screen and I have YouTube on the
I
other.
only have my.
He's only got one
tablet.
screen,
But the Big Wag put it up for me.
but he's got a phone. He's got a phone or a tablet that he could do that on.
You can do that.
I would have to leave the chat to go do it. That's okay.
Oh.
It's up there now.
You could bring up another browser session and do it.
That's right.
Yeah. But I threw the link out there, and I don't know if Bernard was jumping on or he's getting ready, or
I don't
maybe
know.
he's busy. Probably busy.
I haven't been able to commit to come over to Denver. I was really hoping to get something sorted, but I don't know nothing till after the 1st of May. And to get tickets in the short notice to get to the US, it's just going to cost me a fortune.
Yeah.
So I wish I was able to get there because I know it's going to be a rip of a show there with Sparky's meet and greet. It would have been a rip of a time, but I just can't make it. I can't commit. It'll be sorted out, but what is it?
Too deep in
14, 15 months to sort out a simple 10-minute problem. So,
yeah, here.
Well, they'll just put your picture on a stick like they did at Strasbourg.
well, I hope so, because I've got all those pictures on file. Because when I got to go to the US Embassy up here in Sydney on 1st of May, I'm taking those photos with me.
Say, I was already there. You didn't let me go in.
Yeah, I was there in some form, and this is how popular my face was in there, and you guys stopped me from getting there. You know, this is just, I've got to be there physically. I'm missing out on the actual fun itself. I don't know what they've been doing behind my back.
He's deep in it.
What else are you up to there?
What else? Well, I just found out our shipment of our Alcos. The 44 class engines are coming out.
The Alcos, yeah.
Yeah, like I had a pair here, but we've got the new detailed ones that are coming out. They're arrived in Australia, so I should be getting my 4 within the next week. So I'm looking forward to these.
Awesome.
Artie, can I ask you some questions about Akusen? Because I only know of it, but I don't really know the
Ossition.
Yep. Is it only a 1-point distribution, or do they have other dealers in Australia, or is there only one outlet?
They do have other dealers in Australia. What they do here is they get rid of the mail orders and pre-orders first because they're all paid up in front.
Mm-hmm.
They do have a store in Sydney, which is open once a week on a Saturday. But they will deal with a retailer, and the retailer's price is going to be the same as what you would be paying for, say, direct from Australian.
Okay.
Right. So if an engine is quoted $295 from Australian, the model railway shop, he'll be charging the same $295 for the same engine.
Okay. So they have a company store that's open Saturday, or is this where their warehouse is and they just have the front of the building?
No,
open
they
on
do.
Saturday?
They do have a store. It's called Australian Model Railways. I will see if I can get their link and share
And
it with.
that's also their distribution point too.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that's a warehouse and distribution. So
They're
let
only
me-
open 1 day a week. What do they do the rest of the week?
They ship out orders.
they ship out orders now. 2 or 3 of the guys that actually run the business are actual train drivers.
Oh wow.
The engineer.
Well, we call them train drivers. We don't call them engineers.
Don't worry, Artie. I call myself the fat controller. It's the correct British term.
Well, I do the same here too, but I'll put I think on the moderator on the YouTube channel. I'll put their link up there for everybody to have a look at, and this is from the store itself. Excuse me. Now, the way they do their pre-orders is not like what they do in Australia, in the US, where you put 1 cent down and put your name for the model to get it. You need to pay for the model up front to secure your order.
So how do you feel about that? Paying up front 100% for an item that you could be waiting? How long is the wait lead time?
Well, this one here we've been waiting for roughly about 2 years, 18 months. Now with Australian, they've been pretty good, and they get the products out as well as with a lot of other things. There are other manufacturers here in Australia where I will not give them my money in advance because they take 5 years plus to produce a model. So it's like, no, forget it. I'm not waiting that long. There was one retailer, he'd done the 40 class diesel, which is based on the RS3s, Alcos. It took him 8 years to come out with it. 8 years.
8 years. Wow.
That's not bad. Took Rapido 14 years to bring out the LRC.
Only 14?
Apparently he lost all his tooling when is it Sandicott or whoever it was that was producing the model trains in China went belly up. He ended up losing all the tooling, so he had to come up with the money to get all new tooling done for the engines.
Oh wow.
But Australian, he's usually between 12 months to 2 years from the day he releases his models.
How do you find the quality on the Australian models?
Excellent. The detail is very fine. Let me get on one of their engines.
The reason why I ask, guys, is the big story on the street is the Australian models actually have a much tighter QC than a lot of the North American models are made.
What was that?
And it used to be the UK. So the reason why I asked that one, Artie, is the word on the street is the Australian models have a much tighter quality control. They're more very tight controlled with their product, their timelines, and
they're more fussy.
they get. Yes,
they're fussier.
And it used to be a lot the UK, but there's been a lot of UK arrivals in the last 6 months that have had a lot of QC. And unfortunately, in the last year and a half, the North American market has stumbled with a lot of QC issues from
Yeah, well,
varying manufacturers. That's why I asked.
yeah, well,
What?
Oxygen is very strict with their quality control, and they want to get the details right. Now they did
So,
do the 44 Alco before under a different name, and there were some issues there, but this time he's got the heights and everything else right in it. Now, this is the second run of the Oxygen's B class Victorian engine, and the detail on this is very fine. Um, it's got good running weight and whatnot. You can individually control the lights underneath with a switch, depending on the locomotive you have. Um, you can get factory installed DCC decoder, which I'm getting with these Alcos because they got the actual proper sound recordings from the actual engine. You would have seen when I was at the Streamliners where I went for a ride on. They actually got the recording off it for a sound chip that's gone into the Alco.
And what are they using? ESU or Loxo?
They're using the
ESU.
ESU full throttle decoder in it.
Okay.
The current price, Australian price for the DCC version is $495 Australian. So that works out roughly about $403.90 US. But the detail, he's got very fine detail. All the grilling is right, the steps are right, the door handles are right.
So over 500 Canadian.
No, 460.
No, cheaper.
460 Canadian. Our dollar's worth more than their Aussie.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. I was like,
yeah, it's the other way around.
Years ago, we used to be almost parallel to Aussie when it came to the US, but actually, correct me if I'm wrong on this one, Artie. Your currency is more mining related, and ours is more petrol related.
Yes, ours is very related to mining, and mining first, and then also
potash,
grain commodities.
Grain.
Okay.
That's second. We have had taken a big hit when China ended up putting a big boycott on our products and whatnot. So, but we're still hanging in there. But mining, our iron ore is the biggest seller here because we've got the best quality iron ore in the world here. So a lot of people want it, and of course they got to pay for the price.
Right.
But yeah, our dollar is coming up. It was 72 cents to $1 American the other day. Right, it basically cost me $1.30 for $1 American.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, when I go to do the transaction by the purchase, I lose 4 cents to the dollar. So I can add an extra 4 cents to the cost of whatever I'm buying from the US. From Canada, it's even worse. It's actually dearer for me to buy from Canada than what it is from the US at the moment. And the biggest killer for me out of Canada is the shipping. It's actually dearer for me to get stuff shipped from Canada than what it is. Like with these items, it's actually dearer for me to get from Canada than what it is from the US.
It costs you more to ship from Canada than the States.
Shipping is expensive.
Yeah.
Australians always been difficult to ship to, Mike, especially even New Zealand. There is not good contracts with Canada Post or Purelator to get to Australia or New Zealand. So either you got to accept the container, which most of the Aussies absolutely despise the container, which they do, or
Yeah.
they got to pay the crazy price for Canada Air to be an underbelly of the plane.
Ooh.
And it's
Yeah, well,
it's
see,
it's it's rough. It's very rough. Like there's more flights from LAX and San Fran, freight and passenger, that has a cheaper subsidized lane to Australia than Vancouver, and that's 100% the problem.
that's correct. That's correct, James. That's Lorraine. That's Lauren. That's absolutely correct. You see, um, aviation wise, okay, Air Canada flies daily out of Vancouver to Australia, but by the time you put your passengers on board, you only allow probably about 10 to 15 ton of freight on board, which isn't much for a plane. Um, and the shipping containers from Canada to here can take up to 3 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And hoping they don't hit bad weather. Like I had experienced in 2021 when I bought a whole heap of GG1s from a store in the US, and some stupid person sent it by mail instead of courier as I requested. So those GG1s went on the ship. It hit bad weather somewhere this side of Hawaii, and he lost about 20 containers, and one of them was a mailing container that had my GG1s in it. So I never got them. They're still sitting and floating somewhere in the US.
There was a period too already though that you guys were not accepting airmail in either.
No, that's a lie. That's misinformation. That was a lie. We were accepting email.
You were okay, because that was because I remember my Canada post rep was like, yeah, they're not accepting airmail, and I'm like, so I'm wondering if that's the underbelly of the freight of the passenger planes. It must be. It must have been.
Well, freight was still moving between Canada and Australia by air. Air Canada was still doing flights, but what they'd done was um, during the COVID period, because they were using the new 787s, they removed some of the seats that they could, or if they didn't, they used the seats as they put parcels on the seats basically to fill the plane up to bring them out across the Pacific. The US they did exactly the same thing. There's only two flights that didn't fly between LA or between mainland USA to Australia. American Airlines, they filled their planes up with parcels in the main passenger deck. United Airlines did exactly the same thing. Qantas did exactly the same thing. There were still parcels coming across. Okay, there was a huge influx, with huge volume, but the freight was going. Model train reviews, no. Oxygen are not planning on doing a 3801. There is another manufacturer here that is doing a 38 class steam engines. I'll look them up shortly and I'll remind you. And they're reasonably good quality too. No, we were still getting shipments by air, but it's just that between here and Canada there was only one air operator, and that was Air Canada
Yeah.
instead of two. Qantas was operating every second day to Canada, to Vancouver. So that's why there was a drawback. But we were accepting mail.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
They were accepting mail. We were accepting mail. They'll just say that just to either jack the price up or no, it's too much hard work.
Okay, Ron,
Yeah.
question to you. You were stating about the quality control in Australia compared to North America. What's causing the quality control issues in North America models?
Can't get over.
Is that the reason?
The Chinaman's getting away with allowed to have too much go out the door with not having enough oversight over there.
Hmm.
And there's not enough samples, pre-production, or other models to properly sample. as much as everyone wants to say these manufacturers are giving us fool's gold, when you go to a large national show and they're struggling to have enough samples in the booth, that should tell you right there how little they're getting. And
Yeah.
a lot of them are not getting painted samples anymore. They're getting pre-production printed. And what I mean by that is they'll shoot the plastic, but they're not painting it. And then they're going off the artwork. So sometimes there can be misconceptions if the artwork has errors or the wrong paint colors are used, which has happened on a number of models lately in the North American market. As for electronics or gears or other, that comes down to the quality control and the part selection shows on the assembly line.
Mm.
Yeah,
That's my
right.
opinion.
Yeah, that's right, Lauren. Because even with Oscission, when they do their models, they'll actually send out at our train shows. We'll actually see um, the undecorated models on display.
Yeah.
These are what they're going to look like in in the raw before they do the artwork. They just don't have the time, and they don't work the depending on the version. They work on the detailing then on the art scheme.
Yeah.
Um, the name of the model that does a 38, and I just see they've just released another one. Um, they call themselves Australian Rail Modelers, ARM. I'm going through Kishila's website. Um, they do the 38 class Pacific steam engines.
All right.
Now, only catch with their models is with the tender, with the wheel frames on the tender, they are fixed. They do not pivot. I'm getting two of my mate's steam engine, Billy Cox, the one that passed away recently. He has two that Robin's getting rid of, and I'm taking the two. And I'll show you guys what I mean by the tender. Beautiful models, don't get me wrong, they are very beautiful models. But the cut costs with the tenders because they're so short and they can still run on 18-inch radius. The actual trucks on the tender do not pivot, they're fixed.
Yeah. If more were built over here, you wouldn't be able to afford it.
Too much
We
money.
all wouldn't be able. We all wouldn't be able to afford it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Well, yeah, that too. We have got an Australian manufacturer here that is actually moving his tooling and his machine. He's got a factory in China as well, as like what Rapido has. Um, he is actually pulling all his stuff out from China and bringing it to Australia and start manufacturing here in Australia. He has got his building set. He's got the concrete in. Um, he's just making it a bit more cooler, dust proof, but he is going to be manufacturing the Australian narrow gauge outline. He's also going to be working on standard gauge HO track.
Night, Roger.
See,
Not
Roger.
Roger. He will be producing track and also going to be producing wheels as well in both in the narrow gauge for the HO and HO models itself. Can't remember what gauge is going in, but the shells of the locomotives are still the same size as the HO, but the track spacing is actually a little bit narrow. It runs on this Queensland gauge. I think it's HN3 or something like that. I think no gauge is HO3 or something. I can't remember. But he is starting his own manufacturing. If a lot of these other companies go the same way, then yeah, it might be expensive. But I think
Are you guys live Wednesday? Who's live Wednesday?
I don't know at this point.
Daryl's in the chat.
I'm live for Wednesday night.
Okay.
Are
Thomas
you
is
going to
live?
go live, Thomas? Okay, I can take a sickie again. I couldn't make it last Thursday because I was getting my hand
Operation.
chopped up.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
You got the bandage off, I see.
What's that, Mike?
I said, see, you got the bandage off your thumb.
Yeah.
Not wearing a big
It's
cast.
not so bad. I had the bandage changed. Is there an Australian manufacturer that makes old Alcos in HR? Well, Ossesian is one brand. He does the old Australian Alcos.
Isn't there some
And
Alcos coming out?
pardon?
Alcos are coming out last week, or they're already here? Or?
Yeah, they're already landed. They already started to distribute them. There's also Powerline that does the 48 class diesels, which are the smaller Alcos, which are still running today. Ossesian has got a few other classes of Alcos as well. And just that financially, a lot of us just have not had the money. Lucky I bought these in advance where I was able to pay them before they got here to secure them. Because if I had to wait till they arrived and come up with the money, I would have missed out because they go like hotcakes.
Oh, well.
I made a mistake with my Melbourne Suburban trains, the old Tates, what we call, and I missed out on them because I didn't pre-purchase. Steel mill, the 48 class diesel. They do have them, and they got another batch of them just recently, and I need to get a couple more from my layout because I normally I mainly model the motive power that was within my area here within Wollongong, south of Sydney, and the 48s we use in the passenger service.
Okay.
Ossesian made them. There is still the second phase of the GAN cars available. But yeah, them too, they just went. I'll give you an idea how quick they went. They all sold out within 8 days of arriving in Australia.
Oh, wow.
8 days. And I'm talking about, you're pretty much talking about a half a 20-foot container of GANs and Indian Pacific carriages. They were just sold out within 8-9 days. They're all gone. I still got my sets up the box. I got the first phase GAN where they had the yellow, orange, and red livery.
Yep.
It only went as far as Alice Springs then. And I got the original phase of the Indian Pacific that goes from 72 to 1990. And the difference with that is they didn't have the plaque. They didn't have the plaques on the side of the train as they do now. G'day, Dave.
Dave, Cricket River Nation.
Yes, sir. Welcome. Oh, Mikey, Doug 302 is working in the background too. He's watching. He's busy on his
He's
layout.
watching, he's working.
Yeah. He sent me a text.
Nice.
What
else you got there? Anything else?
Well, Ossesian's got probably about 8 different models in production at the moment. Yeah. And they also got, I found out the other day, they've got about 4 or 5 reruns they've actually notified as well. So, the factory where they getting their stuff from is pretty busy.
What's a typical production run size you think of each locomotive run?
Not as many as the United States. Probably an eighth of the order of the United States.
So that sheet you posted up, it had what? 10 paint schemes?
It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 10 paint schemes. 10.
How
Yeah,
many
it's
road
got
number?
10 paint schemes on it, so you can say roughly about 300 each.
Okay, so 10 paint schemes, and how many road numbers they offering
Hang on, let me have a look.
on average? Just a question.
Here they are actually offering 20.
20 total SKUs.
Total 20 total schemes is what they're offering.
So 20 total SKUs over 10 paint schemes. So two schemes a SKU, right? Or two SKUs a scheme.
Yep.
3,000. They're making 3,000 pieces.
Yep.
Yeah.
They
I
have
just
to.
knew
Yeah.
numbers up there.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
about 3,000 pieces. That's not that far off of a very small North American run.
Mm.
It's not that far off.
No.
But because of the quality of it, I will bring some over when I come out of the US and Canada. And I'll show you to you the quality of it. And the quality of his detail is number one.
The big takeaway is they somehow, with the Australian guys, they've got the ability to not accept anything unless it's X quality. And
Oh,
I've just heard there's a much tighter iron fist. I don't know how that's possible, but that's what I've heard.
well, a lot of it is the actual purchase of the model in itself. They've gotten way too fussy, and they're really becoming nitpickers to the fine, minute detail. That's how bad it's gone.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
I would
Rather
rather
There's
than
nothing wrong with it, but it becomes an overkill.
rather than being picky on it than not checking it and all that stuff.
Artie,
Exactly.
I'm making freight cars, and I thought first did I push the detail too far enough, and I realized the detail I'm pushing has to continually go further.
Well,
Because the number of customers that are modeling that low end is starting to be less and less, more than people realize.
yes and no. Yes and no, depending on what's going on at the time. Um, I usually go to mid to low end. And if I want something extra added on, then I will. Now, what I am finding with very fine detailed models, and this is I found is going as an exhibitor, is they are too fragile from when you pick them up. You damage the very fine detail on them. That's what I am finding with like scale trains. How they got the two different versions. They got the river counter version. They got the basic version. I would prefer the basic version because I can pick it up like an old limit carriage and put it in my hand and know that the fine detail is not going to be broken off as soon as I touch the side of it. If you understand what I'm saying.
Oh, I understand.
But there are people that will just they want grab irons. You put grab irons on the model, then next they want we want operating latches, just argument's sake, or chains or whatnot. Well, you got to draw the line somewhere because it's just overpricing. For me, like here in Australia, it's overpricing the model. For you to do the tooling and what that, it creates an overprice. It's not so bad in the US and whatnot. Your trains are affordable because over there, one locomotive, they'll probably do 10,000, 20,000 batches because it's a huge market. But when you look at an Australian model, a passenger car, just like one of these. Okay, this is a kit, but a fully detailed one of these passenger cars or similar to it, an Australian model with the fine detail is $145, and that's without lights and passenger seating and whatnot inside it. That's overpriced. Sorry, in my books, that's just too much. We can't afford it. See, this is a kit, and this is how they come with nothing in it. The kit is worth $20, and I'll dress it up the way I want to.
There you go.
I can afford it.
Right.
If they were $30, $40 each like this, it would be fine. Oscisions. I had a look at Oscisions in the Pacific cars. The outside detail is accurate, smack bang, beautiful. Beautiful detail, very accurate. However, let me see what the price was for the Oscision in the Pacific cars. They weren't cheap. I'm just looking at their website at the moment. Okay, the Indian Pacific car, the Indian Pacific set. Okay, their sets were selling for that was 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 car set was selling for $1,500 Australian for the 10 car set.
That's not cheap.
No, and all you basically got for that 1,500, and I'm going to use this car as an example again. You got there's the carriage, you got all the outside detail, perfect.
Yeah.
But the inside's like this.
Empty.
It's empty. No interior, no nothing. That's the interior. For $1,500 for 10 cars. That's way overpriced in my book.
Yeah.
Would I spend $1,500 if Rapido would have done that in a Pacific car for $1,500? I would say yes. I'll get my money's worth. I'll get my money's worth. I only bought the Indy Pacific set and the GAN set because the carriages, the outside shell of the carriage are actually accurate compared to the Lima ones. The Lima ones are not accurate for the Indy Pacific, except for the dining car and the power van. The actual sleeping carriages were not accurate. The narrow, what they called in the catalogue, the sleeping carriage, they're actually Southern Aurora cars that went from Sydney to Melbourne. Those windows are accurate to where the location of the windows, but 1,500, it was just expensive as.
Yeah. Hey, Bubs. How are you?
Welcome, Bubs.
Now, the models that I've seen that you produce, would I spend that much money on the models that you produce? Yeah, it's affordable. It's not too overpriced. But at the moment, I just can't afford it because my kids are suffering. They've got nowhere to run and play at the moment. So I've got to spend the money on their playground, if you understand what I mean.
But the stuff that Lauren sells, the old like Atlas, Bowser, Rolling Stock, those prices of cars are quite reasonable.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I don't find them overpriced at all.
No.
You have to understand the Australian market, they can't get the same economies of scale as the US. And a lot of people will realize that not every model that's made under $30 in North America is actually correct.
Yeah.
They usually will print it on one body and then they'll paint that across. It's when you get into a car that's $50, $55, $60 correct, there's the correct points, and that's the difference.
Like the
So
Proto.
it's a matter of do you want to have a layout with perfectly correct cars, or do you want to have some plus some roster cars? And that's the whole trade-off when you're building a decent sized roster of locomotives and freight cars of which cars do I want to have premium and which cars do I want to have foobies.
Yeah.
Right.
Or stand-ins is the correct term.
Yeah.
Let me back in a second. I'm going to get two old Limo models and I'll show you the difference in size. I'll bring you back.
Mikey, I'm
You're heading out?
I'm not a notch 8. I got a car for the night.
Yeah. Long day for you.
Yeah.
I'm
The wife
getting
of
pretty
the
close
store
myself.
owner, Lauren.
Yeah. So
We'll see you
First day back
Saturday.
at her tomorrow, so
yeah, talk to your friend Tom Cadet. You were supposed to come this past Saturday to pick up.
I was supposed to pick up.
Yeah, and Tom's got stuff for you to pick up.
I
So
know. I
please
know.
talk to Tom, because Tom put a note saying if you didn't pick up on Saturday, we want to ship. But if you're coming this Saturday for sure,
Yes.
just talk to Tom Gadet before the morning.
Yeah, I'll give him a call tomorrow.
Okay.
He's had COVID for the past week and a half.
Okay. No worries.
But
Night, gents.
We're
yeah.
coming to plug you anyhow.
Okay.
Take care, Mark.
See you guys.
Have a
See
good
ya.
night.
Okay. You see, what we were talking about the difference in Australian models. You see, what he was saying, like look at Lima for example. With they were selling these as Indian Pacific cars and the Overlander, but they use the same shell, but they just painted in Overland colours. The windows are sort of
Sure.
correct to about here. Then after that, the windows are not correct. That's for the Indian Pacific car, but they are short
Yeah.
compared to the
You gotta repeat
RDC.
it?
They're supposed to be this length, right?
Yeah.
And that's how short they are. But they were made as basically a train set car.
Okay.
Now, Ossisian, I think the Ossisian one's gone to the same length as this.
Well, yeah. A perfect example, Artie. Broadway has a diesel, not a diesel, a steamer. It is the THB 103. It's
Yep.
$600. The the it's totally wrong. The headlight, everything's all in wrong spot. But they built a model and put THB on the side, put
Yeah.
103 on it. It's done. It is
Yep.
not correct. The original 103 is still standing in our area. It's still there.
Still
Yeah.
I
runs.
bought a Bachmann, which it's on my layout here. I paid $300 for it. It's a better replacement for the 103. If you're going to use a locomotive, my $300 Bachmann is a better choice.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
It's half the price.
yeah, and they done a bit more homework and they take an extra bit into the detail. This is
Yeah.
what Ossisian doing. See, like Lima had these carriages as well. And they use these as class these as sleepers. Right now, these carriages used to run between Sydney and Melbourne
Welcome, Steve.
Adelaide. G'day, Steve. How are you, bud?
All right.
But they use the same shell to replicate the Southern Aurora and the night sleeping car service between Sydney and Melbourne, and the Overland that went through to Adelaide. They use the same car and just put the maroon over it. And that's how they save the money. Was it affordable at the time? Yes, it was. Was there a lot of detail on it? There was enough to get us out of trouble. Now, Richard and myself, we're putting in fine detail. We're putting in buffers on them and proper boxes underneath. I don't have any here. We can dress them up to the way we want to. We were able to buy them for $20, $30. We dress them up and make them look like a $145 model.
Nice.
At the moment, I'm working on the interior. American models are affordable mainly because of the volume produced compared to the Australian models. But when you do the conversion rate, I suppose when you do the conversion, even with the conversion rate, yeah, ours are a little bit dearer, but I suppose it works out to the price of your elite train manufacturer. I mean, what would you class as elite over there now? Rapido? Scale trains? In detail?
Scale trains. Bathroom. Like
After it's got enough.
For locomotives, you're talking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
For what type? For
Any of
high
them.
end stuff?
any of them. I mean, I've got some SD70s here with the Tsunami 2 chips that from after, and they in the boxes because the detail's too fine on them. They will get destroyed during my
That was
construction
cool.
phase. That's why they're still sitting in boxes.
Well, I sometimes I detail I can't see the detail, and I'm always afraid of damaging when you're gonna grab them. I agree. Sometimes the too fine a detail is too much.
Mm.
Yeah.
But we don't
And with,
have like most of like the scale trains. I've never like this one store I know of selling them up here, and they usually have the rivet counter. They don't have the operator series, so you don't have a choice from there.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
there's another store that we don't mention. They're another scale. They might have the operator, but we don't. I don't want to deal with them. So we have one choice for scale trains in our area.
yeah. See, I would prefer the I would prefer the operators,
Oh yeah, I would too.
and
But
Oh, I
particularly
just
with
said the river counters.
What's the difference?
yes,
Yeah.
well, you're paying. But here's the question: if you're only going to knock down $50, it's not. Why bother? Just buy. It's a
yeah,
tough call.
it
It's like
is.
it's like buying you buy a DCC ready locomotive. Say they're 199, $100 more gets you DCC and sound. To buy the 199 locomotive, add the DCC and sound to yourself later is more than the cost of the manufacturer going to charge you. So I
Well,
wouldn't
see,
bother.
that was one of the biggest issues with these guys and some of the others here in Australia. The markup for the Dakotas was
Okay.
way over the top.
Bob's put a thing here. Lavelle sells the operator.
Yeah.
But now there's only $100 difference, which is I won't mind paying the extra $100 for the Dakota ready factory installed Dakota.
Yeah,
So I
but
don't mind paying that, but I don't want to be paying $250 extra on top of the model. That's what
you're
was
And,
going
and,
on
and
here.
restricted to what decoder they put in. I would prefer to put my own decoder. So
Well,
I'll pay more for putting in my own decoder.
the
okay.
biggest, well, these ones here, they're using a full throttle in
Hey,
here.
Jay, I'm just gonna let the dog out there for a minute.
Okay. So that's
Okay.
the thing about Thomas when it comes to the coders. I can't see the details anymore. I used to do this kind of stuff as a trade, but I can't see it, so I need to go depend on somebody else to put it in for me. So to buy a lock sound DCC encoder for sound is $124 in Canada, plus $15 for the speaker assembly, and then I'm going to pay $40 to have them put it in.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
for reasons of that nature, yeah, you'd want to have it already ready for you
That's
when
right.
you get it. Right, I understand that.
Yeah.
But you see, I've been lobbying with Soundtracks for many years now, regards to their sound decoders, to make it similar to the British market, right? Where they need to include different features. And one of the main important feature that is missed out on the Soundtracks decoder is the conductor's whistle or the guard's whistle,
Yes, you can.
right? They don't have that included. And I've already mentioned to Joe in Soundtracks itself, put that option for us for the Australian models in the bell option. We don't use bells here in Australia.
Mhm.
And the other thing is they got to make the decoders thinner to fit in the shells of the Australian models because at the moment they are too thick. That about 1.5 mil too thick to fit in the shell of our engines because there's not much room in there.
What's in your engine now? Don't they have a decoder in there?
Yeah, I got ESU chip in that one. That one's going to be changed.
Aren't the decoders all the same thickness?
No,
the boards can't be that much difference in thickness.
no, they're different. They're different. I can get away with using a Soundtrax one on this model, okay, because it's only used as a freight locomotive now, not as a passenger. So I can put a Soundtrax one in this road name. And there's a couple others here too that I can actually use a Soundtrax one. But all my stock from this state that I use that you see on my layout, they don't have the features. Soundtrax does not have the feature of the guard's whistle, for example. And so sometimes you want to have the protocol.
Here's something about detail on locomotives. Today there was a post today about the THB, GP7s, and GP9s. The manufacturers who make those locomotives, they're not. They're leaving off some detail parts from the manufacturer when they were built as on the railroad.
Yeah.
So they're putting them on themselves. But me personally, those are one feature was like, oh, here's a perfect example here. This is the tail end of a THB switcher.
Yeah.
So in the real world, they would have a bumper on the end of that coupler when it was built to protect the coupler and stepping on into the locomotive. Well, I wouldn't bother with that little T because I'm just going to break it off anyhow. Who cares? I'm not going to see it when I run on the layout. I'm not going to get my tiny fine-tooth camera into that spot and look at that little coupler. This little and another detail on the side of the locomotive for the do with the fuel system. I wouldn't bother.
Right. Yeah. A lot of things you can't see.
No, I can't see it. Yeah, well, so what's the point?
Like putting, seats in a passenger car. How are you going to see them? Right? You have lights in there, and that might help you see them. But still, you're not going to see that much detail inside a car, inside anything. Because you see the outside.
There's a hidden agenda on that one.
That's true, Dave Crooked River. They do. I have one river counter locomotive, and I bought it because specifically I wanted that locomotive. I wanted that BNSF 25th anniversary locomotive. It's the reason I bought it.
Right.
It's a beautiful locomotive. It's beautiful. It's perfect. And now I want another one so I can do a pair. But now I want to get a CP or a CN. There's no CN right now, so I might down the low, but then I can speed match them better too.
Right.
It's a nice look. That's the only reason I bought it. I do like, Great Northern. Yeah, I do like that railway line. I like the color. It's the color I liked, and I just liked it. So
Steve 87 has got an excellent point there, right? If you don't have seats on the train, where are the people and the passengers going to sit?
Well, when I drove the passenger train, I stood most of the time. Get on a passenger train going into New York City once and see where you sit.
Oh yeah, they're not passenger trains; they're cattle trains, sheep trains.
Right.
You'd
have to run your cars with no roofs on them so you can look down in and see what's going on inside there, right?
Well, yeah, you can do that.
Don't get me wrong now. It's fun to put the detail inside. I agree with that. But the only person that's going to know what's in there is you because you did it. But somebody coming to look at your layout, they're not going to see that because, they're not going to scrouch over and look in the windows as the train's going by 100 miles an hour.
But the thing is, I used to go to the shows, and when you get a certain person that comes up and you want to get their attention. You tell them, have a look inside that carriage there.
Yeah,
But
you
they
have to
don't have a
tell them
close
to,
look.
right? You have to tell them to because they wouldn't think of that in the first place. Anyway, they look at the pretty colors as it's going by, and they want to see the trains run without falling off the track, stuff like that. That's what people want to see. But when I go to a train show, I look for detail, but not everybody is like me. Somebody else might just go there to see, hey, that train looks nice because it's the color scheme that I like. Like I bought a train because of the color scheme, not
That's
because
right.
of the bells and whistles that are associated with that
Yeah,
piece
that's
of
right.
equipment.
Depending if a layout's caught my eye, the one of the things I love to look for is the hidden details. Because everybody, doesn't matter who it is. I mean, you've done it, Thomas, and you, James, and everybody else here in the chat. Everyone puts a hidden bit of detail somewhere
Right.
that only
Well,
certain people will pick it up. And that's the
that's
fun of
right.
the
That's
modeling.
right.
Right.
Okay, you've
If
got the
you-
big major focal point, but then you start going in and have a look at the fine detail. And you'd be amazed at what you can actually discover and find in the fine detail.
Right.
And at the
That's
train
right.
show, particularly in Sydney, we turn it into a game, particularly with the kids and some of the adults, in finding certain things.
Right.
And of course, we had a few game where the adults had to find certain things because it's adult content, but people had fun with it.
That's right. But there's certain locomotives out there. If you're a really diehard collector and you can see that missing detail that's visible to your eye, then you would probably want to put it in. Like I know my GP7s. They're all Atlas. I have a set of 7 of them for TH&B. They're all missing a bell on the front of the long nose of those cars. It's missing. It was never put on by Atlas. So I have them. I'm going to put them on because it's missing. You can see the front of that locomotive. It's there. But the fuel tanks weren't correct. Well, apparently, depending on where they were made, they changed the fuel tanks. Well, I bought the fuel tanks from Atlas. If I ever want to change it, I have them, but I'm not going to see it. But the bell, I do see. Same
Right.
as this guy here. This here light we added on at the end of this locomotive here, the marker light. Technically, it is not the correct light for this locomotive. We couldn't find it. This is a close we can find available. But this is a custom locomotive done to as best we can to the original operating switcher.
But
This
the
whole
question is, James,
custom.
do you like it?
100%.
That's all that matters. If you
That's
like
right.
it, that's all that
That's
matters.
right. But they're all the same. They're all Kato, so I can speed match them equally. They'll run together, and they run beautiful.
Yeah.
That's it. It's just what you see, what you like.
I mean, the biggest detail that difference with our locomotives here, which I'll show when these models turn up, the biggest difference we had with our diesels back in the day were the color of the pilots, the ends. My line down here, they had red pilots. The ones that used to go out west, like the Indian Pacific and whatnot, they used to have silver pilots.
Right.
Pilots were headstocks, the ends. But down here, we all had reds. Depending on where you're going, it all was different colors. Some of them had white. It all depended on what region they were actually operating in. So when I go out to look for a particular model like with Precision, I'll look at black was the ones that went elsewhere. I'll look at what detail color is the pilot on the end of it to state which area, but that's enough. Sometimes I may straggle
right,
up, but that's
Brian.
all I look at. Yeah, well, at the end of the day, it's our layout, and we want to do what we want to do. Exactly. I mean, everyone's going to have a look, and I know I'm going to annoy some people because I'm going to be running Americans with my Australian stuff. Might even throw a couple of European stuff in just to give it that international flavor.
Right.
Oh, you wanted to come back on?
Well, yeah, you wanted the link. Sorry, Mike, I didn't.
You can't do that?
No, I can't do the link here. You gotta do it.
Okay, I'll do this and then probably what time is it? 10:30 I'll call it.
Okay, 10:30.
I
Okay.
can put the link.
Because 5:30 comes early. 5 o'clock.
Oh, is it? I didn't realize you got to work tomorrow.
James,
Yeah, it's Tuesday.
on
And I'm in a meeting
StreamYard.
for an hour or so.
It's
James,
Tuesday. Well,
Yes,
the day's
Donald?
gone. It's
on StreamYard, right?
Yes.
The URL at the top, can't you just copy that and put it in?
I cannot. I have no access to the chat on StreamYard. I can't. I only can chat on YouTube. If I get,
Well, you're
I still
posting
have.
comments up like this. That's on
That's
StreamYard.
all I. That's all I can do. I can't add.
Okay,
Yeah,
now
you can
down
only
at the
put
bottom.
I don't have. I don't have that kind of power yet.
You see at the bottom where it says mic, camera, settings,
It doesn't work, Mike. I tried.
where it says invite,
Yeah, I can't put it in the chat.
you can't click on it and
yeah,
copy the
you
link.
haven't you haven't given him the key, Mike.
I
Yeah,
haven't given me the power. It
Yeah,
won't work. I
But I
cannot
put
type
earlier,
in the chat.
hour now, and I put that earlier.
I can only type the chat in the on YouTube.
Oh,
Or private chat, you could type in there.
I do private chat, but I can't do comments, and I can't. I can copy the link, but I can't put it into the chat.
Okay.
I don't know. Is Stu still in the chat? He might be gone. Oh no,
Yeah.
he's on.
I'll be back in a minute, guys.
There he is.
Welcome back, Stu.
Hey guys.
And I already snuck away.
Computer issues. It works. Yeah. I think hopefully the mic's working.
We hear you.
Maybe I'll.
That's a good thing. Sidetrack. Buy one, sell one.
Buy one, sell one.
I sold 5 the other day to help pay for more.
See you, Steve. 187.
See you, Steve. Mason. Well, he's got to make lunch. He's out west, so he's in a different time zone.
Oh yeah.
He's 3 hours behind us. It's only 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it is. It is 7 o'clock for me, actually. Yes, it is.
Yeah.
7
you're the
o'clock
West
and
Coast
we're almost after
Well, it's
10.
only 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Stop you guys complaining.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm
2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
usually on at this time.
Dude, you got 2 hours of shopping to go yet.
That's right. That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. There's some
You go
deals
to
to
the train
be had,
store.
isn't there? There's some deals to
Oh,
be
it's
had.
too
right?
far to walk.
Too far to walk, he says.
Too far to yeah. Yeah. No.
You're in Vancouver, right, Stu?
That's right. Yes. Yes, indeed.
Yeah. The university I work for has a campus out there. Don't ask me where in Vancouver.
There's an echo, Mike.
Stu, you got your mic or your volume on?
Yeah, I'm gonna switch it right now.
I can hear his echo.
Yeah, that's what that is. If you're watching the feed.
Yeah, there we go. That's better.
There you go.
So yeah, so if I select this one here, this one works better. So I'm directly with the overhead. Usually I don't. Different setup today. You know, you guys are talking about interesting fact is that one of the things you talked about is about quality of equipment. One of the things that we're noticing with a lot of the younger generation, especially the 13-year-olds and up to about 20s, is they're starting to realize as they get into the hobby that quality matters, and they're buying legit stuff now. Like, so, for us, the Rapidos and the scale trains, the stuff is expensive, yes, but they're buying it. And the reason that they are is because it's quality, it works well, and it looks like on par with what they're seeing out on the rails. And a lot of those young folks are actually rail fanning, and so they're picking up on the details now, which is a good thing. And I think this is really exciting because the younger generation is actually doing that, right? Looking for the finer details. And I think that drives a point home that Lauren was making, is that you've got quality type of equipment, right? And people are actually willing to go for that now. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Let me guess, you couldn't hear me the whole time?
I could hear you. It's quiet though.
It's just low
Oh,
volume.
hang on. There we go.
Hang on, I've just got to turn my hearing aid up.
Yeah, is that better? Oh, too much now.
That's better.
Hang on, let me turn it down a bit.
Somebody adjusted the gain on my microphone.
Smarty.
Now I can hear myself. Oh my goodness.
Smarty.
1 second.
But at the end of the day, I mean, it's nice seeing the detail, but it's put people like me out of business that used to buy the $20 kits, used to dress them up, put extra detail on them, and then take it to your local hobby shop. Like I used to make a whole heap of them and take them up to Sheila Hobbies and sell them for $50, $60. I used to make the profit on it. You know, them days are gone now. I can't do that anymore because all these models you get now are already got the super detail on it.
Right.
That's where your local hobby shop comes into play, because they're
Yeah.
going to have the detailed parts still. Especially Hal out of Central Hobbies out here in Vancouver. He's got a boatload of detailed parts that if you're looking for stuff, and that comes into, like, even if you take a look
What
at,
is that?
It's gone faint again.
Hang on.
Sorry.
Is that better now?
Yeah, it's better.
That's a little bit better.
Yeah.
I'm already got one.
I'm
The
usually,
system and makes it volume.
there we go. Detailed
Yeah.
parts. So, okay, case in point, the part car, pretty
Yeah.
detailed. You got a lot of good stuff in it. And then you say, well, you know what? And I need to build some passenger cars. Maybe I don't want to build something as expensive as that, and I'll get the branch line kit or the Bethlehem Car Works kit, which are kind of fun.
Yeah.
Here's a shell, right? $25. I got myself a shell here. What can I do with it? Well, it's a passenger car. It's got no guts. It does come with things, and that's where 3D printing comes into play, right? I can start printing some passenger interiors if I need to,
Yeah.
and put that in there. So there's still a good thing of that, and a lot of the young kids are doing that as well, is putting some lighting kits and whatnot and things in there. So those are good, and so you can still do, and the old kits, these are actually pretty detailed, so you can get a lot of cool stuff out of that.
And what kit is that, Stu?
This was a Bethlehem kit.
Okay.
Bethlehem Car Works. The one I'm doing is it's from the old branch line kits that they had. Remember when branch line switched gears over to Atlas?
Because I remember I have a set of Walter's passenger cars in the VIA scheme. The whole set. I bought one every car. To buy the lighting kit for those cars was $30 per car from Walters in Canada. Which I kind of expensive for really adding it. But I was just checking Railway City. That's the closest scale train dealer that I know of in our area that I would deal with. And of all their locomotives listed, they do not have an operator listed whatsoever. It's all river counter.
Mm-hmm.
For that store there.
But see, as Stu was saying there, you see, I've here's a typical one of Gishil Hobbies carriages. It's an FO. It's a platform car. This is the basic set. So, and this is where the 3D printings come in handy, because I can convert this carriage into one of these using my 3D printer and make the ends for it.
There you go.
Right? I still got to do the buffers. That's where the 3D printer come in handy. Yep. Particularly the way my hand is at the moment to cut out of styrene, because this was done out of styrene, I'm going to have a hard time doing it. Now, and it comes as, this kit comes like what Stu's kit was saying. This one's a HFO which is basically a guards compartment. We call it the guards compartment. It was in the Sydney metropolitan area and my area. I've got to unpack it. I've got to start on it anyway. He was producing here in Australia until we end up getting the carbon tax in, but so he's gone to China to make them cheaper. But that's basically the shell as it comes, unpainted. Now, this one has actually got oh, let me get it out. It's actually got the ends for it. But now, since he's got the ends in it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat. I'm actually going to 3D print this so it actually matches my shell. Otherwise, I've got to do a lot of butchering. So, yeah, I like these options. You can do what you want, and it's affordable. I mean, I've got a lot of other extra detailed bits and pieces in here. For $55, yes, it's worth it.
And that's where the Sylvan kits come into play too, right? Because those are really good. And I think I saw a comment there a little while ago from Sidetracks. That's a cool thing because you can. It's about having some fun, relaxing time, kind of doing the way you want to do it, or you could just work from photos. I mean, there's tons of photos out there that you could work with to make some, interesting things. And that's one of the things I'm doing is with the old heavyweights here. I have I had to go search far and wide for these because nobody makes heavyweights in CP and CN, right? So I've collected 12 of these. Some are brass, and some are Walther's heavyweights and Bethlehem's. And I'm making an interesting project.
Atlas had the heavyweights. But what color scheme though?
Undecorated.
Oh, okay. Could I have the heavyweights in the CN54 scheme?
That'd be interesting to see what you have, because I'm looking for. I'm actually looking for. I need 2 more business ODS.
What I call a heavyweight. This heavyweight's New York Central.
Mm-hmm.
This is Atlas.
And that one's prototypically correct as well, so which is good.
I know it's correct, but it's a heavyweight Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
Brand new. I got this OBR. That's the Atlas. This is an Atlas.
Yep.
That's a nice one.
Is that the latest one, James?
I'm not sure if it's the latest one, but this is a neat little car because it has the roof lines a little different there. Because I run New York Central passenger car, and I have a lot of Bachmann Spectrum that I bought off eBay. So let me get another one here, the CN one.
So one of the interesting projects that I've got, get ready, Stu will make it. Please no.
Rapido's making one.
I saw that. I thought that was a cheeky little, punch right there that I saw on a screenshot that they were thinking of doing.
Yeah, but it's nothing worse when you spent months and months and months of creating something, and then all of a sudden someone's going to come out and do the model what you just spent months on.
Yeah.
See, I've got this is how I dressed up. This is my first attempt at doing the detail on the inside.
Yeah, but
With
look
the
at
3D printer to make it more accurate. What's that, Thomas?
I said, look at the satisfaction you have out of doing it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
right.
That's right. That's you hit it on the mark. It's the satisfaction of part of it. That's part of
Now this one hasn't got a hand carved toilet bowl.
Here's the heavyweight CN. This is Atlas.
Mm-hmm.
So if you look at compare the roof lines to the roof line on these the Pullman for the New York Central is different on the side of the roof lines. But I have a River Aussie here, CN. Now this is the
Well,
54 color scheme.
River
This is
Austin.
what I'm working on, and really, the CN had both these type of cars on the rail during that time period, the heavyweights and the other version of them. But I have a River Aussie here I bought. But I got lots of Concours too. I have enough CN stuff to do a 30 car passenger train.
Awesome.
So that is the River Aussie.
Oops.
They're
Yeah,
great when they can come nice and gray, right?
Like
This
my
is what
boss
you're
was
looking
saying, Buds, he was used to sing that song from KFC. I
Yeah.
don't care, but he forgets to put it. But I like it. And he's one of the ones that I did with the
So the River Aussie needs modification because the coupler is attached to the truck.
Oh yeah.
Yes, and that's a modification.
Oh, what happened?
And
So
all the
with
Concours need modifications too.
they do. These
Every
ones,
one of them.
this one here, I've been pretty impressed with. So any of the old Walters kit, the heavyweights, the Pullmans, these are good because there's a lot of similarities to these ones and the CP ones that were pulled. Now, without giving away too much of what I'm doing, is I'll tell you that it's a 12 car train, and it is pulled by a blue Rapido locomotive, and that's all I'm gonna say. But it's if Rapido does start making those cars, great. But I've already got the. It took me forever to find the paint, and took me forever to find the not forever to get the decals right, and to get those. So there's I hope to have some samples soon, and to make the train exact, I had to find two of these, and I'm sure you guys know what the red box are.
Yeah.
Red box are the Dan Hobbies, an old big old store that used to be here in Vancouver years ago. So there's two cars that were very special that nobody makes. They're in brass. And
So what I found with these Atlas cars here, though, there's an issue with the underframe because the trucks don't pivot. They're hitting the detail on the bottom.
Yeah, I remember reading somewhere in the instructions on some of them where you got to actually cut a
Grind it
section
up.
of the internal chassis frame to make the bogies, the trucks spin around.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. It's interfering. They need to be modified, but they're held on by a screw, so they're not like a pin. The
But how
pivot
much
point, yeah.
current
So
they
right
don't-
now they're hitting, but I imagine with a bit of modification to the underframe, they'll spin better. But that's the only problem I found with these Atlas was that detail.
Hey, Jane,
But
you know what you need to do?
what's that?
You need bigger radiuses.
Right.
Well,
We
yeah,
were talking about a 50-inch radius earlier.
but
the
Like
club,
this.
the club
on
is
the Atlas, on
is
the
50.
the
and
Pullman
50,
for the
45,
New
and
York
50.
Central, it's still on Atlas.
Oh, you got big radiuses.
It's built a little different. The undercarriage has got different detail on it.
My radiuses are no less than 28.
28, yeah. There's only a very select area that's like
My
30,
radius,
32.
wherever I make it.
Right.
Oh,
Right, Mikey?
Yeah,
one of the
whenever
things
you
that
make it.
one of the things that the club was
Whatever
was
fits.
to make sure
That's
everybody's
right.
equipment ran was to radiuses. So we started at 42, 45, and a couple of 50s, just so that the long freights and the passenger cars can make it around without falling over.
But Bubs, like these passenger cars that I'm doing here, they lasted right up into the mid 70s, and which is my era. But they started about 1920, 1930s, and yes, the bathrooms were in the middle, and that's a hand cut toilet seats and basin inside there, inside that carriage, because you couldn't buy them at the time, and there was no 3D printers were still new, but in you can say the country. These would have been the country cars. They had the bathrooms in the middle. The suburban cars around in Sydney, they did have them at the ends, but depending on where they were running. Um, but I like these. They're short. They can go anywhere. I can run up, say, an 8-car set behind
Thanks,
and
Rick.
it looks like a big long passenger train on a small layout.
Should have the shirt and the towel this week from around the layout.
But Stu,
Cool. Go ahead.
if you get a chance, reach out. Me and Mike are on Facebook. Look for us, and then we can get into chat on Messenger, and we chat all the time about trains, so we can exchange ideas.
Sweet. I love it. I love that.
Spread the word.
Definitely.
Yeah, I'm live right now on Facebook.
And
The only modification, anything that I added the detail on these carriages, I went away from the end post that you got there. I went away from the plastic one in the kit and went to the brass etched ones, just to give it a bit of extra strength. But with it being handled all the time, they haven't got the roof screwed in and secure. They get damaged a fair bit. So this one's still got to get a rebuild done on it again. I'm going to strip all the colours down and repaint it and make it look pretty.
James, that's contagious. You yawning.
what's that?
I said, that's contagious. You yawning, making me yawn.
I know. Well, it's getting late. You said
Yeah,
10:30. You have 4 minutes.
4 minutes.
You got 4 minutes to say your goodbyes.
Well, I'm going to say good night to everybody. Thanks for
Okay.
All
having
right, Thomas.
Well,
We'll see
Yeah,
you Wednesday
I'm
night.
gonna do the same because it's getting a bit
We'll see
warm
you
here. I'm
Wednesday
gonna
night.
go through.
Yeah, everybody have a good night, and we'll see
Okay,
Yeah.
Thomas. Thanks for
you. Take care.
dropping
care.
something
Thanks.
on.
Thanks for having me on.
yes, likewise.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's been a good show.
Yes.
Almost,
Yeah.
almost 3 hours and 3 minutes.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Three.
was it
No,
3 minutes?
3 hours and 30 minutes.
No, I got 3 hours and 27 minutes. We've been going.
Yeah. Almost 30 minutes.
Everywhere else, it's only 7 there.
Look for us on Facebook,
Oh yes, I will. I will.
and we'll
find
get you
pretty
into the
quick.
messenger chat. We're always chatting trains.
Excellent. Love it.
Just looking up the gondolas here.
What, from OVR?
Yeah, I got to put more pre-orders in. I don't know if
For
I
you?
got the unmarked version in there or not.
Oh, I haven't got any on order.
Order them up.
What's it?
It ain't gonna last.
What's this? Is I forgot to ask James this not if he was considering doing anything BC Rail.
Yeah,
A lot
Grandpa
of club
Rails
members.
is in California.
Is James doing any BC Rail?
Yeah, that's what a lot of the club members are asking. So
I have BC Rail.
Yeah.
I have
Yeah,
in the
that would be-
green paint scheme.
yeah, I don't know if see if OVR was going to do it, right? So that would be kind of neat, nice. to
They
see
do
if he
have
decides
some
to-
by BC Rail.
Yeah.
No, if he
Yeah,
makes
for-
They
them.
have the
Oh, if he makes them?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's got the M420 from Rapido's coming out.
Yeah.
BC Rail. Hey, Mystic Railroad, how you doing? We're just getting
yeah,
restarted.
we're ready to go. We're ready to crash soon. But I have
30 was
BC
on.
Rail.
But yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of new stuff coming out down the pipe.
I'm waiting.
I'm
for
just
some
on there
pieces.
ordering some stuff
Or
to pick up on Saturday.
Mikey's buying me a present times 10.
Times 10? Holy mackerel.
Well, I ain't buying them.
All right, gents. I'm gonna say goodnight.
All right.
Okay, Stu.
Thanks for coming
We'll
out
see you
early.
soon.
See you. You bet. See you next time.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll be here.
You betcha.
What did our buddy say?
Then there were two.
And number 2.
They have an XBC rail. Yeah, OSR or something.
Yeah. OSOR. Don't get it. I had it wrong, and Lauren. That's right. Oh.
Ah,
Ah.
yeah, no, it's a good show.
I get tongue tied sometimes. Sorry. That's
Yeah,
the
no
way
worries.
it is.
This
Like,
is dried up pretty good.
yes, it is.
This let me switch the camera.
Yeah, my tablet, it died. I gotta charge it up.
Yeah.
I don't have plugs down here to plug it in yet. I only have one plug, and I lost a plug on the panel temporarily till we get something done in the house. So Sparky took it out for me.
Oh, okay.
It's like don't have an extra plug in.
Oh, I forgot I got two cameras back over here now. So yeah, there we go.
It was a good show.
Thanks, Chris. Go big or go home, and don't forget 7 o'clock Thursday, keeping tracks, and
Yeah.
GVO After Dark at 8.
Yep.
Wednesday
And
is
Cab Crew.
Thomas Cab Crew.
Thomas
Wednesday is
Fastener.
Thomas. Tuesday is Crooked River and Eastern on
Yes, it is. He switched.
Sidetrack Tuesday.
He switched.
Yeah, Sidetrack Tuesday.
Yes,
Then Heath's on at 8 o'clock.
that's right.
Humanity Junction. And then
That is correct.
yeah, who knows?
Thanks, Bubs. Yeah, I haven't. I get all the bugs out of these cars for the CN, but I'm still waiting for my locomotives. I have 2 on order from OBR. They're due in March. My repeatos.
Nice there, mister. Awesome. On track Tuesday, okay.
Yeah, I know. Tim.
Sidetrack Sunday. I got that mixed up.
It's called a typo. Verbally. Where's the sidetrack? We're off the tracks. Come on.
We're off the track, so we got sidetracked.
That's right. We're allowed to be making errors.
You got it.
But yes. But Dave's tomorrow, regardless of who it is, it's on Crooked River and Eastern tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
At 7, and then Thursday morning is the coffee
Thanks,
brew.
Daryl.
Thanks for coming out, Daryl. Thanks for coming out, Wigwag. Thanks everybody for coming out, supporting us. Week in, week out. We appreciate it 100%. And wouldn't do it without you guys. So thanks for all the new subscribers and the continued support. Till the next time, we're going to say, keep it on the tracks.
And we're gone.
Adios, muchachos.
Yes, sir. We will, Dave.